It is a man-made oasis. Wascana Park is 3 times bigger than New York's Central Park here in Regina. We've seen him in Manitoba colors as a wild card. Team Ontario. Now in Regina, Mike McEwen has switched to Saskatchewan green. Will this be the year for Magic Mike? Bang, away it goes. There's 2 more.
That's impressive.
The defending champs, they started off with a win and draw 1. 5-time Brier winner Brad Gushue has fond memories of the Branch Center. Can Brad and the boys make it a 3-peat? Team Canada, Saskatchewan, draw 3. Montana's Brier continues. The Regina Pats of the Western Hockey League usually call the Branch Center home, but they've been forced on a 7-game road trip while the Montana's Brier takes over. Saskatchewan against Gushue. Team Canada is our feature tonight. We got our first look at Pool A this afternoon. British Columbia against Ontario. Caitlin Schneider out of Victoria. Saskatchewan native, of course, against Scott Howard. Last shot in 10. Look at this for the win. What a wonderful shot. All the while his dad looking on from the coach's bench. That's dad-like pump. And there's dad to applaud. That's my boy, Scott Howard. So Howard's a winner over BC. Carruthers beats Dunstone, last year's runner-up, Dunstone. It was also a win for Bonneau, the rookie skip out of the Fort William in Thunder Bay. And Botcher, number 1 ranked in our country, number 2 in the world, beats Newfoundland and Labrador. So here are the winners. Both groups have played 1 game. And on top, Northern Ontario there, of course. And now tonight we focus on Pool B. And on this Saturday night, we do say, hello, Canada. Welcome back. Day 2 coverage. Montana's Brier. Joe is here. Russ is here. We'll hear from Kathy momentarily. Mike McEwen, my goodness, a couple of years back, he didn't even know where he was going to play. Ended up in Ontario. Now here he is in Saskatchewan. And he relishes the moment, loves the spotlight.
Bounced around a little bit with the teams, Vic, and you can see this lightness to him this year. He is loving this moment, having the crowd support. He talked about it last night. He feels this extra rush of adrenaline, having them on his side. He will need to use that to elevate his team against a tough Team Canada.
And then there's Brad Gushue. My goodness, 5-time winner, but if you ask him how he's doing, he goes, we could be better. He's just never satisfied.
Always pushing the envelope. 94% is the team when everybody else is struggling game 1, rocks, ice. He comes off the ice and says, if I could just get the broom in the right spot for the different releases, we could be a lot better.
Well, think about a golfer who shoots a 61. Where does he go? Back to the range to work on the game. It's going to be a special night. Glad you're with us. Montana's Brier from Regina.
I think what's most impressive about Team Gushue is over and over again, they've just shown that willingness to win, that desire for such a long period of time. That's special.
I expect it's going to be a great atmosphere when we play Mike and Team Saskatchewan. I think he's got a good team in front of him. It's going to be a challenging game, but I'm looking forward to getting into an environment where it's going to be loud and lots of cheers and lots of excitement.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
Alberta champion Aaron Sluchinski, who beat Kevin Cooey last night. He has the draw off. The only team Kathy is not playing.
Well, Quebec's Julien Tremblay and his team were 80% in a loss last night. They're going to feel comfortable with the ice. Not so much for his opponent, Shane Larmer. That's the Nunavut team. They had the bye, so this will be their first outing. And then there's the battle of the Cooey boys, Jamie and Kevin. It is a game they say they do not enjoy at all. The biggest difference, Kevin Cooey coming off a 61% performance last night, looking very unsettled. Jamie at 86% in his win that could be the story. And finally, a battle of Atlantic Canada. It is Tyler Smith's PEI team. They came off with a loss last night but played well. So too did Matthew Manuel from Nova Scotia. Both played some really big teams, had a loss, but both played well. It should be an interesting match.
Time to meet the teams now, and is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. The Saskatchewan champions hail from the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, skipped by Mike McEwen and backed up by the Marsh brothers, Daniel and Kevin, and Colton Flash at third, although he will brush on McEwen's stones. The defending champions from the Remax Center, St. John's Curling Club, skipped by Brad Gushue, with Jeff Walker, EJ Harnden, and Mark Nichols backing him up. So early advantage to Saskatchewan. They have won the draw to the button. As you see, Gushue is out and ready to put the brush down. Playing the Yellowstone, Saskatchewan will play the red. They have the hammer here in this first. So to get us underway, the Team Canada lead is Jeff Walker.
Both these teams tested in their opening games. Both played well, but both of those games could have gone either way.
Well, Kim Kelly, the coach for Nova Scotia, and Matt Manuel said, look, it was just a couple of shots. And at this level, a couple of shots will cost you.
Keep going. Hard.
And especially early in an event, this is when you want to play those top seeds. Might get a few misses just on learning the ice and reading the stones.
Yeah, Kevin Cooey was caught for sure, and number 2, Breeze went through. All of a sudden, he's way down, couldn't catch up. Doesn't take much at this level. Such good hitting ice. You get a top team, you spot them a couple points. It's a long day.
Lots of respect for all the players amongst the field, though neither one of these teams in their games that all went the distance. No one ever got frazzled. Sometimes you expect people to think, oh, we shouldn't be losing, but very resilient on both teams.
Time for the keys to the game. We'll start with Gushue and Team Canada.
Well, mark it up, and I'm talking about the great Mark Nichols. 99% out of the shoot game number 1. It's always the key to to keep Pratt in playing easier shots. You see him drop for 2 so many times, it's a free draw because of Mark. And maximum separation with Colton Flash and Mike McEwen's big weight hitting ability. You've got to keep some separation.
Still bumping.
The center guard goes up, around goes Saskatchewan. They go deep.
Yep. We're there. Yep. For line. Stay on it. For line.
And now drawing down with Jeff Walker. All right, keys now for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, for Mike McEwen, he'll need to keep it close. If they end up taking risks early and let Canada get a lead, their hitting ability, it's so hard to get back against this team. And hometown heroes feed off that energy, utilize that extra adrenaline to up your intensity. This is a new team. It's only their first year. They need to elevate their game.
Keys to the game brought to you by Scotty's Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties.
Room down on this one. Room down.
Clean for sure. Clean for sure.
Back eight.
Little has to be a bit crispy in here. Be very few shots, probably 0 in this spot, trying to race to the button.
Curl. Straight.
I heard somebody say keep the brushes down for this one.
Curl. Keep going.
And right down to it. So nice stone from Daniel Marsh. 5 rock rule, of course. We have 38 minutes of thinking time. Just the 1 60-second timeout, not the 2 that we've become accustomed to. And the no-tick rule put that center guard on the center line. You can't remove it or move it till the 5th stone of the end. And that 1 timeout now puts us in line with what they do at the Worlds and what they do at the Olympics.
So important to have whoever wins this getting used to that 1 timeout.
Yeah, it synchronizes the rules.
Whoa, looks heavy. Straight to your broom. Hey, Jeff's in.
EJ.
Whoa. Over curl. Whoa. Good spot.
Good judge.
They just don't slide like yesterday. They're really coming down.
I think you just can't make up that difference.
Yeah.
What are they referring to there, Russ?
I think, and it might change because it's first end and in probably a spot they haven't thrown. But what Mark was basically saying was they're not gliding that extra foot or 2. Therefore, we're not quite as effective. We maybe can't drag it as far as we did last night.
Yep. Whoa.
Oh. How good is that? Not only made the double, but rolled the shooter as far as they possibly could to get a little bit of breathing room here.
Yeah, first down. It's a guess where to put the broom for that. That's really impressive accuracy.
Even if you knew where to put the broom, it's a tough shot.
Interesting. They don't want to come around now that it's a Saskatchewan rock out front that could be running and stuck.
Yeah, I thought they might freeze into that pocket or like you say, come around, but it's just over far enough, I guess.
Hard. 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 Try and kick ours over. No. Second. That's 90. Too much weight, right? Yeah, make the double and roll. Normal? Think so? Yep.
So Kirk Myers, you'll watch him go into the house, and he'll be holding the broom for
Down. Yep. I think we're okay, Flash.
Mike McEwen. He did play third for Kirk Myers a few years ago, so he does have that back-end experience.
Hard. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, over-curled it.
A little down, maybe. White.
You run the sheet.
Little white.
Game one, and that in turn going down in the odd ends does curl more than the out.
More weight? Not terrible for weight.
We saw that same
I thought I threw it right.
characteristic at sheet B too.
But the outturn side just being a little straighter.
Yeah.
Mark Nichols.
Great weight. Same weight. Same weight. Whoa. EJ.
He and Gushue have been tied at the hip all since their junior days in Canadian and World Juniors back in 2001.
Oh, I missed it.
And except for 1 year when he went
Looks similar to yours.
to Manitoba, Mark has always been with
I got 9.8 on yours.
with Brad.
Trying to roll under. Yep. Solid. Solid. Yep.
Right out of his hand, picked up.
Hard. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Solid. Yep. 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 Solid. Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Daniel,
Roll.
you got the roll? Oh, a little bit more, right underneath.
Really good spot.
Well done. Whoa. Yep. Solid. Yep. Yep. Solid. Whoa.
You always know it's close when they're yawoing. Beautiful precision.
To get this out, they virtually have to get to the nose around a fairly tight guard. There's tons of curl here, but that's still a really tough shot. Maybe back line at the most.
Yeah, they'd like to throw it hard enough to remove it from the rings. They'll need a lot of curl past the guard to avoid the jam, though.
And holding it up here, Walker.
EJ.
Now, it'll be up to Harnden to help it over. Here it goes.
Gotta go hard.
Boy, they didn't flirt with that at all. And can you avoid the jam? No, you can't.
Mike, I stopped this a hair. I don't think it would have. Yeah.
Might have rolled a little farther.
Like I stopped it. My foot was here, so it might have gone a hair this way.
Good. Hey.
Like horizontal?
Yeah.
Like kind of like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Much ice. Yeah. No, it was good.
Perfect speed. Brad saying too much ice. It's just a guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Same kind of weight.
this goes to the point we were making earlier of being not satisfied. They were to have 2 camps during the time between their last event and this. One was snowed out. So the guys from out of town, Walker and Harnden, couldn't get down to work on things. So there's still a work in progress here. Where to put the brush down. And again, this one will roll a little too far. So Brad was saying before the game, now it's up to me. I have to make the adjustment. Because I expect them to come out the brush all the time, but if they're not, then I have to make.
Yeah, that's a wonderful question or point, Vic, because we're all human, and your deliveries change slightly through time, through games, maybe through pressure. You have to know those releases. That's why you play 90, 100 games a year. And it's a lot easier for Brad to move the broom than to say to Mark, you better change your delivery halfway through the Brier. Thin double, I think, Yuri.
Oh, yeah.
Is that enough ice there for a quarter rock? That's 7.5? Yeah, I like it.
This was deadly straight last night on this sheet.
Isn't that remarkable? All those years he couldn't win until St. John's in 17, and then look what he's done since.
Gotta go.
One, and then across the top.
Okay.
Curled a lot.
Yeah.
Wasn't his best throw, but. Hard EJ!
Gotta go.
I heard him say it wasn't his best throw, but he thought it curled more than they expected to.
Curled more than I thought it would.
It would have been inside the draw for hammer line, so maybe a bit of fresh pebble in there. Sometimes you see a bit of curl that first down the path.
Two choices here. You could play the come around if you make a good Brad Rex in the guard or something, you get your 3, but this is certainly safer. In worst case scenario, you probably get the blank here. Trying to roll it towards the center line, I assume.
Yeah, I think they want to be open so that if a double's made, it won't be buried.
Go heavy.
Last year, representing Ontario, went 7-4.
Clean. Really good now. Better. Good better.
Hard.
And roll it away now. It needs to sit, and it does.
Really nice.
He makes the double. He's not buried, right? Yeah. Let's throw, Mike.
It's
good
just that,
That's good. You'll be
that
open.
manageable,
Yeah, exactly,
workable weight. You know,
Yeah.
that you're left with something.
And such a nice view for us of that coming into the rings. You could see there was nice finish on that one.
So was there ever.
That's that weight.
That lower weight will catch that curl.
Thick half. Yeah.
Certainly right now it will, for sure. Last night it looked like it straightened out late in the game. The double's there.
Remind us a fraction more. Yeah, there you go.
The miss here is a little thick. You might roll on top of that or buried.
Final stone for Gushue. Saskatchewan. McEwen with last draw. Harnden. Have you got this now? Coming across. Snow will slide underneath. And it'll be an open draw for 2. So not on their game right now is Team Canada. Some missed shots leading to a possible deuce here.
2 overcurls for Brad on that out turn.
Well.
Looks a little tight to me.
Not that tight though, eh? That didn't even have a chance.
Interesting.
Go wide. Well, I'm not just worried about getting close to the guard is all. The in speed will be fine.
Yeah. Dave Flashy better.
Yeah. Like 14.5.
I like that conversation from Colton Flash with Mike McEwen.
Yeah,
they were going to
have to
play
go pretty wide
the
here.
left-hand side of the sheet towards the middle, but that guard is a little bit in the way. They'd have to go a little bit wider.
Yeah, why risk it?
I bet you Mike threw on that side in practice, so he knew what the speed would be, but Colton just relayed the information. More rings to work with this way.
Plus you've got Colton. Just throw the right turn and 12 feet light and see what happens.
Line's good.
Now, albeit it came this way, the other way, towards the home end. He was 5 centimeters away from the pin on his draw to the button here. The crowd will expect this all night here in Regina. Just paint, boys, for 2. And that'll do. He was 46% on his conversions last year. 2 or more when you get last rock. Our first Saturday night here at the Montana's Brier in Regina. And it's Team Canada, Brad Gushue, trying to make it 6 championships against Mike McEwen. Skipping the Saskatchewan team from the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, and Gushue down by a couple. Now has the hammer, has the last rock, playing the Yellowstones here in 2.
Doesn't need a curl. Line's pretty good. Whoa. Just for weight.
Weight's perfect.
Line's good. Line's perfect, guys. Whoa.
Good shot, Jeff.
Good judge. Good.
We saw an interesting situation similar to this earlier today when it was the two Manitoba teams, Carruthers against Dunstone. Similar situation, and Dunstone put up a stone right in the middle to try and take away that come around the corners. We don't see that, or very rarely see that.
Yeah, it's a nice play. It really is.
Clean that. Clean that. I got okay.
Wait, oh, wait. I got a little light.
Here, just perfect depth by Team Canada on that come around.
Lighter.
If he could hit it, you couldn't get it out anyways. He's got to go so far.
Go wide.
Gotta go.
Come on,
They're trying to go right around their stones.
Barely there. Curl. Tuck it in. Tuck it in.
And tuck it in. And just gets the nose underneath.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
You can only get the one, otherwise you jam. So.
Run the red back and hit the left side of the one in the 12-foot. That rock will redirect on and take their own out. You just got to be a little careful on the way this is run back.
Yep, it's good. Hard. Whoa. Oh. Yep.
In a 15th Brier appearance, E.J. Harnden run it. 1, 2, oh, and they'll leave their stone up front. Shot rock still, though, belongs to Saskatchewan.
It's fine.
Just a hair. This side won't do a thing for you.
We saw his brother earlier today playing with Matt Dunstone, and of course that was one of the big stories last year's Brier final. The Harnden brothers against each other after all those years playing with Brad Jacobs.
Yes! Hard!
Sorry, bud.
And runs it by, and now there's center guard to work with.
Shooter rolled over, though, and nudged the Canada stone right in front of Shot Rock.
Yeah, that was what I was.
Sure. I don't mind losing in here for now.
Our late starter updates, Kathy, will start with Quebec against the team from Nunavut.
Well, facing two, Shane Latimer hit and rolled too far. His is the stone on the outside. And so this is an opportunity for Julien to draw for two. Just needs full 12.
Julien Tremblay, the 26-year-old, in his debut. In fact, it's an all-rookie team representing Quebec. They beat last year's representative Félix Asselin and an extra end to win the Quebec championship. And so there's the conversion, scoring two or more with Last Rock. Failed to do that 6 times last night against the Territories and Jamie Cooley.
I don't mind it.
I'm the double
it's a
line.
quarter. I like it. Okay.
Make the double.
How much?
Turn to like.
Oh,
like
smooth.
Like a quarter rock.
Quarter.
Taking a bit of risk here. It's a very thin double, quite rewarding if Colton Flatch can make the double and stick it. If you miss the back one, you're going to see a second one underneath.
Yep.
This will curl here.
Hard.
Hard, Kim.
Hard.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Hard.
Go. Come on.
Daniel Marsh. And right through. Goodness.
Okay, Vosh.
Sheets just sloped a bit. We talked about it before. That took off on him.
Battle of the Cooeys, and it's Alberta's Kevin with the last draw.
Well, Kevin had an opportunity to lie 3 on his first, and he came short. And so Jamie removed one of the stones in play, and it is the shot stone. And so for Kevin to score 2, needs a hit and stick.
Girl. Lead.
Just 61% last night was Kevin, particularly his draws. Off on his draw weight. He was down around 30% early, but gathered himself up, but not enough to pick up the win. He scores 2 there.
Top 8. Room. Top 8. Okay.
Top 8.
Room.
Right to ours almost.
Whoa, switch. It needs a curl. Top 8. EJ, hit it. Top 8. Hit it. Gotta go a little. I'm gonna square it up. Square it.
Help it over.
Curl. Take it. Pretty good, Mark.
Great weight, buddy.
Shot.
Great job.
Run this red back just slightly on the right-hand side. Might make the double here. These are so tough, though.
Colton Flash, the former Canadian junior champion of 11. with Braden Moskowy. Stay away. All by itself. Here we go. And stuffed it. But it's a lonely looking Canadian Stone in there right now, and they still have that centerline guard to work with.
That's one of the keys we had for Canada, to leave some separation with the great hitting ability. Colton's one of the best at that high hard one. Almost made that double go away.
I think this is the shot.
Yeah.
Sure. You try to chap off a little.
Yeah, so 4 feet more, 3 feet more?
3 feet more.
It's like a lot of ice.
Yeah, I agree.
Looks like
I
a
was
lot
just
of
thinking
ice.
it's a similar path to the draw the button.
No, I know.
That's more weighty one.
You want
But yeah,
less?
but
What kind of weight?
Back 4?
Yeah.
Oh, Kathy, all the time. Prince Edward Island against Nova Scotia.
Well, lots of trouble for Nova Scotia and Matthew Manuel. He tried to run back on his first, missed everything, and then tried to run back, but stuffed it on his second. But he is second shot. So for Tyler Smith, needs to chase it, a chance for 3.
Tyler Smith out of the Crapo Curling Club. Matt Manuel from the Halifax Curling Club. As we watch Mark Nichols. And that will work for 3.
T-line! You were right.
Looking for a tap here. They have to get to the inside, though.
T. Yes! Hard!
Go, Jeff.
Hard!
Go, Jeff.
Hard, Jeff!
Go, Jeff.
Oh, can you squeak it? No.
Sorry, guys. That's my fault.
Oh, good. Okay.
We're talking about Broom wanting a bit less ice because they had to get to the inside. Hang out wide, you leave a
Great throw,
double,
Mark.
but just a little more curl.
Your weight was perfect. Good throw.
It's so hard to explain to people at home, because he was throwing 2-3 feet more than draw the button. They all felt it would run that 6-8 inches straighter, but turns out he had T-line weight basically. Oh, that was close to being really good. Now Mike squeaks this guard. Gushue's in trouble. There's a double for sure.
Red wall at the front of the house for Saskatchewan if this double is made.
I wonder if we throw firm. Yeah, I don't mind that. And then you get the nose, you probably still make it, right? Yeah. Firm, Cam! Less! You're throwing firm. Firm! Less! How's that look? That looks good to me, Mike.
So mention that Kevin Marsh has the broom, and then that allows Colton Flash to scrub and to brush on these shots by Mike McEwen. Skip Stones here in 2.
Yep. Yep. Yes.
There you go, and this is why he's there. This is why the Flash is there. Oh, goodness! And he gets them both.
Whoa. Oh, that started to go. Oh.
I don't think you had any space past that hard.
We never score. I don't think you ever lie 1 to. Well, I think you could if you.
Well, we wondered how he would be, you know, playing at home. No nerves at all, as we said. He relishes the limelight.
Yeah, and big opportunity here for Saskatchewan in the first end. After a miss from Brad Gushue, could have just gone to nose this. It's very specific hit and roll here. Roll to the wide open spot. If that double was made, they'd still have the blank. Really nice precision first end.
Led to a couple for Saskatchewan. Key shot brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together. Boy, he's got Canada in a jackpot right now. Look at that. Where do you go with so much to move up to bang in if you're Saskatchewan?
Probably two or three.
The turn's not very promising, I'll tell you that.
Comes off, so like if we're off it, it's going to come down.
My peels were curling when I went out wide. Like I think this is almost minimum ice.
Okay.
So where do you want to land here?
Take air more than
You want to go back as far, but still be shot stone?
Yes, you want to be shot stone for sure, and
Yeah.
probably a bit of separation. Ideally, you want to be close to the button, but there is a short run if you're fully buried. So
Okay.
I think they'd be quite happy back 8, be shot rock, and try to eliminate drawing against 4 or 5 on the last one.
Just a bit of a guess on line here. Had to go out way wide.
Still there.
Still there.
Back four.
Oh, they got it.
Heavy.
Walker left, Harden right. Nichols holding line. Here comes that stone.
Back four.
Top 8. Got to sneak it by that. Get it by that? No, they can't. They just can't buy one.
Okay. Not going to get away in now.
That was an extremely well thrown stone. They just
You got rocks that moved.
thought they had it.
Curling? No, I heard back 8, so I was thinking it was back 4. But it was only what, T-line?
Heavy.
Paul was room at the hog line, and this just went sideways.
Well, you heard PJ Harden saying heavy.
And I think what happened there is it was wider than the draw the button path, way wider, and that's just fresh pebble out there, and they just assumed it would glide. It didn't. Boy, Joanne, what? Maybe roll edge on edge.
Even the nose rust, I think is pretty good.
It's a good board. Yeah, I like that. Nose is great. I mean, if you roll right under, it's okay.
The very best shot.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll roll a tiny bit in, but
Nose is perfect.
I was just gonna run.
I like the broom there.
This is huge, Vic, because Brad Gushue's making it. If you roll away here, 9 times out of 10, and it's 2-1. If you can stick this in the right spot, oh boy. I heard nose or roll an inch.
Good. Wait's good.
Easy.
Wait's good.
Yep. Hard.
Oh, here they go. This is a scrub trying to hold this up now. Flash. And Daniel. Oh, and they roll it inside. They sit 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But did that roll inside just open the door for Gushue?
I would definitely think so. Just under through that.
No, and he's shaking his head. They just couldn't hold it. And McEwen knows it.
Right there.
He may have let him right off the hook here.
What do you think? Just a little crafty, or?
Yeah, I thought I didn't. Well, I think it's a bit of both.
I mean, if he sits right there, Joe, they would have needed a ramp to get over. I mean, how do you get in?
Right.
Similar line to his last one. Got to assume he'll be close here.
Look at that. He's going to need one of those perfect draws right now. The similar draws he had against Nova Scotia.
Line's okay. Line's good.
I remember now, the weight really came off of this at the hog line.
Back four.
And now you got to go. You're facing 5, fellas. You're facing 5.
Gotta go, Jeff.
Got to go, fellas. You're facing 5, boys. You're facing 5. Oh, that's the shot of a Canadian champion.
They almost lost it. They thought they were back 4. Once this started to curl, all that weight came off. Just enough.
It's funny how both of them they thought were much heavier at the hog line.
Rocks curling or?
Daniel Marsh throwing the lead stones for the Saskatchewan champions out of the Montana Curling Club in Saskatoon. 4 sheets in play here at Brandt Center on this Saturday night, day 2 coverage of the Montana's Brier. And here in the 3rd, it will be Saskatchewan and Mike McEwen that do have the last rock again. They have the hammer, leading 2-1, playing the Redstones.
Missing about an inch.
Maybe a touch, but.
Is that close? Missing about an inch. Yeah.
Just
You good with that?
crashed on that guard, moved it. Can't do that, of course.
Are you ever trying to go around all of it here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
2-0 Quebec leads this team from Iqaluit. They are skipped by Shane Latimer, who is the coach at the University of Western Ontario.
Well, for Shane, he ignored 2 stones in the house on his first, tried to bury around, but it was left open and it was removed. And that is why it is 3 that he faces, trying to stick on the nose for the single.
Last year, they won their first game since joining the Brier in 2016. But they're down early here, 4-0.
Hard jump! Hard jump!
Over there. Okay, good shot.
Look at that.
Good shot.
There's a lot more curl tonight on this side of the sheet in particular.
I think that's why Brad's didn't carry. So he started to curl that much earlier. More clipping, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you expect to see the ice change a little bit in the first few days of a championship like this. Usually by Monday or so, the ice makers have tinkered enough to get it to where they want it to be.
All right, man. Okay.
You can remove it now, of course, and Kevin Marsh does that. All right, let's go back to the Battle of Cooey's.
Well, that yellow stone that you see, that was Jamie's first. He was trying to freeze onto the stone belonging to his brother. It was a little bit short. That allowed Kevin to split the house. So this is a hit against 2.
Whoa. Clean, 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 clean. Yep. Yep. Hard, 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 hard. Hard, really hard, really hard.
And
Really
sit
tight.
down and does
Mine's okay.
for a single.
Yeah.
Don't want to. Hard, yep.
Kevin has won all 10 meetings between the pair.
Okay,
Whoa.
not in. Curl, curl, curl.
Yep, yep, yep.
Whoa, whoa,
Yep.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I trying to hit it like over the top?
Yes.
3/4.
Still 2/3. Thicker.
EJ's guard might be a little bit tighter than what they wanted.
3/4.
Just enough angle here to try to go yellow onto the red and spill
I
everything.
like it straight back. I agree. And if you hit the red, you get it that way. You could probably get your shooter
Okay, sorry.
a pinch, but
Change the call, straight back, yellow. If you miss the second yellow, you might hit enough of that red to redirect it onto shot rock.
right on the nose, pretty close, millimeter high.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Flash has got him early.
Hard.
Run it back. Here we go. Bang, bang. And away they go. And
Okay, bud.
Canada is lying 1, 2, and 1 right under cover. So we've got the Marsh brothers, and then you've got the Cooey brothers. You've also got the Harnden brothers, the Kennedy brothers. Glenn, of course, is playing with Jamie Cooey. And yeah, lots of family affairs going on at this year's Montana's Brier.
Anything? Well, that's like curl.
High centered.
When they change calls, I thought that's great because they've got 2 options, but it ended up option 3,
The worst
taking
one.
out their own and leaving it guarded.
Guard the red. That's what I mean. Guard this? Yeah. But he probably either plays a double peel or
he's hammering that regardless.
he's probably playing the double peel. I think he does something like this.
No, but yeah. But if you don't guard the red, that's coming back.
Yeah, I think you want to guard the red.
Yeah. That's what I mean, just high center. Like you
What?
said.
If we play the intern
Oh, I know.
draw, it's
I'm just hoping he leaves 2 of them in the rings.
Yeah.
Okay, if you like it, I'm okay
No,
with it.
I'm just want to talk about it. Like I like the intern draw.
Yeah.
Just feel like there's a better chance of him making a run triple.
Okay, well, let's go up here then. Okay.
Bite the line?
Yeah.
Better chance of him making a run triple, and
Right the
you
line.
really have to factor your strategy into who you're playing against and their skill set. Colton Flash can, if he doesn't make the run back, the rock he throws might go right through the run back into the ring. So he's got that get out of jail shot. So I think this is the right move. Another guard.
Knowing your opponent too. Brad mentioned, maybe they'll come in and do a little freeze tap, and I don't see Mike calling that. Up 1 with the hammer. Got to make sure you score here. A steal. Huge momentum swing.
Colton's got 2 shots left. Try to clean it up. Certainly with the next one.
Broom leg.
Sure, Jeff.
Wheat's good. Reach your broom. Doesn't need to curl, guys. Doesn't need it for Doesn't need to curl. We're okay. We're okay. Whoa, EJ, let us stop.
Sit.
Good shot. Hey, good
Shot.
shot. It's good.
Shot.
Think so?
Still like?
Have to.
Yeah.
Can you? You can't get the yellow, so I think you have to. Run them all. Even if I'm a hair high and make the double, it's good.
Kathy, it was interesting in talking with Mike McEwen about Colton Flash and how he said, look, I'm quite prepared to go and brush for you and put Kevin in the house.
He did. There was no ego there. I was just, sorry, Vic, I was just pausing to see if you're going to finish the story that he shared with us, because one of the things that he told us, he being Colton Flash at the points bet, was that when he made the decision that he wasn't going to skip, he was going to let Mike call the game and just step back and have a Marsh brother in the house. Mike McEwen believes that Colton Flash is one of the top 10 best sweepers in the world in terms of strength. He said, you look at big athletes, he's one of them that you look at, and why would you not want him sweeping?
And we saw that earlier, right, when they scored their deuce, when he able to sneak a stone by. That's a bit of a bad break. They leave the shooter up top. They tickle the guard on the way by and leave it undercover now, back of the button. He did say, though, Mike, Kathy, that it's still a work in progress for him and Kevin, despite Kevin's experience in the house with Kirk Myers.
He talked about the trust factor that exists between the person in the house calling the line and reading the throws, and just being able to know that Kevin is going to be able to read how he throws and where it's going to go. So that is something that he said is trust, and it needs time.
The other thing, too, we forget about Colton Flash is that Flash played second for Cooey, wins a national championship, so he brings that into the mix, too. So McEwen said he benefits from that as well.
Going to get awfully close to the red guard here on the straighter turn. Colton's got to get 90% of this to run it back and make some noise in the rings.
Whoa, whoa. There we go.
No!
You got to sneak it by that guard first, though. Here it comes.
Get that shooter off.
Got it.
Maybe even leave it.
Get that shooter away, and they do.
Big trouble here now.
So without last rock, Team Canada sitting 2 on the lid. But at the moment, they're open.
Just hold a dumb end. I think we need to split the house. Yeah, Dan's got such mismatched rocks.
Keep it out.
Yeah, I think we're better off leaving on the run than over curling and letting them pick
I agree,
it.
100%. Yeah. I think halfway, like just shy of the Montanas, is really good.
Brad?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to what we just heard, Russ.
I think just shy of the Montanas.
McEwen says we played a dumb end. And he thinks we should have just split the house because of the fact that Daniel Marsh, their lead, has some rocks, 2 rocks that aren't matched.
It's fantastic. That's part of strategy. What's the hand you've got dealt to you? What are you going to be able to do? And Dan maybe can't make those perfect angle freezes and come around taps if the rocks are so mismatched. So you have to change your strategy and work around it.
But at the same time, doesn't that handicap you as if you're McEwen skipping this team? It takes you out of your game plan, doesn't it, Joe?
Yeah, I think he might have been meaning it's early in the game. Once you have a really good feel of what the exact mismatch is it a slow rock? How slow is it? Is it 6 feet slow? Once you can get a really good read on it, then you see the leads manage them perfectly and make those really precise draws. But it's only the third end. They're probably still figuring out exactly how to manage them. So he's just saying, call the easier shot. They're up 1 on the scoreboard. They had that opportunity.
That's good.
Bro. Actually, I might get lucky and leave with yellow right there, right?
Boy, oh boy, that's not the shot you want to be playing with your first skip rock. Ideally, yellow onto the yellow thin and kill one of them and have this one go back out in the open at least.
Great weight. Thanks.
All right, let's go, Mike.
Sorry, the Manitoba tuck delivery, there's a little bit of an outward motion. It just seems to be the way it is with a tucker on the out turn side. This is really straight.
Yeah, anything outward, it seems to just float on this line.
Yep.
They're chasing with last rock. McEwen and nothing. Did he get it outside? A little bit. Maybe he did. Didn't come up for him.
Yeah, knowing your release, like if you're in outward motion, which Mike is, that spot's just kryptonite.
That's one of those things. They're a new team this year, so for Kevin, they play a lot of bonspiels. He sees a lot of rocks come at him, but they don't get to practice because Mike is that out-of-province player.
Steal, yeah. I don't mind the same shot, but I just feel like...
that was my first thought, come top 12, bite the 8. So let us know the line, right?
Yeah, we just need a little less ice, Mark.
To your point, though, Mike did say to us that he really feels they're so in sync at the moment. He feels like they're a second-year team. You know, he just thinks that as good as he's felt in a long time on the ice.
This is perfect height.
What do you think of this, Russ, coming in tighter?
What do you like?
Well, if he throws a long guard, and he hooks it at all, the only shot is that angle raise, that red one coming in. So red one against 2 is not too bad. Red one against 3, it could be steal of 3. So I think that's the thought process. Brad's never going to leave this wide open. He's going to throw this to the brushers.
So top 12, maybe even top 8, a little bit nibble of the 8.
Yeah.
Final stone for Team Canada, Brad Gushue, sitting 2.
That's good.
Wait only, guys.
Top 8.
Biting 4.
Still has the curl.
Half 4.
Curl.
Whoa.
Half 4. Half 4. Whoa.
And to the top 8, and he just leaves a corner.
Yeah.
Can you get there?
I think you can maybe get to the back too, Vic. It's I wouldn't call it easy by any means. We watched how Mike's fell back. Yeah, there's a good angle. You hit what you can see. You make the double, and it's a steal of 1. Which I think Saskatchewan would be just as happy as Canada. I think it's there, Joe.
Yeah, just the spot is so tough. You lay it one lick of the broom and it floats out.
Yes.
This is a tough call.
So hit what you can see. Mike McEwen facing 3 with his last.
Whoa. Close.
Not a lick yet. Nothing. Nothing. All on its own. Bang. Oh, is he going to squeeze it? And he does. He just squeezes them sideways. And thankful just to give up the steal of 1.
Good job, Mike. Really good. Really good.
One that away, and 1 top 8 goes on the board for Team Canada. All right, everybody into the Wayback Machine to 1980 in the Brier in Calgary. My goodness, the final. Saskatchewan's Rick Folk against Al Hackner in Northern Ontario. Folk jumped out to a 6-0 lead after 2 and never trailed. And in the 10th, he would run Hackner out of stones, make the final 10-6 Saskatchewan, and it is the last Brier title for the province. Unbelievable. You have to go back to 80 and look at that, Harvey Masinki. So nice to see Mr. Richardson here earlier today and watching. So can Mike McEwen end the drought? We're in a 2-2 tie, and after that steal of 1, McEwen and the team from the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon once again will have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the red stones. And it was so nice. Funny how things worked out. The 2 constables who carried in the Scotties Trophy last week, or last Sunday, I guess it would have been, in Calgary. One of them was the daughter of Rick Folk.
Good. Was that pick or just not on that? Oh, it's just a threat.
Kind of same as your guard.
Yeah.
Run it.
Yes.
Maybe we got to make the double.
Hey, which way?
Trouble again here for McEwen.
Out turn.
Yeah, let's go, Kev.
7/8 slow.
Yeah.
Talked about with one of the keys is keep some separation to stop McEwen and Flash and team making the separation. All 3 of these yellows is perfect.
Yes.
Hard.
Catch something. Good.
Good. Fine. Double corners. Shot. It's good.
Better than it was. You heard Mike say catch something. And you see the shooter rolled to the right-hand side, so almost a double corner situation. Albeit they are a little tighter to center than they'd want.
He can chase this pretty easy, so we got to guard that.
I think you're laughing at it. I think you want him to chase it, don't you?
That was my thought. Yeah, this doesn't really guard the chase. I think we got to come around.
He doesn't know the line, I think he said.
I think we want him chasing.
I agree.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm just saying, if we throw a high guard,
and then
with the amount of curl here, it doesn't really guard the chase.
No, I know.
So I think we got to just come here. Yeah.
He's just saying, even if we high guard it, it doesn't really block the chase, just with the curl that's going in there.
This side is so fresh right now, right?
I don't mind this.
You're going around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prince Edward Island and Tyler Smith have added a single 4-2. They lead Nova Scotia and Matt Manuel from Halifax.
I think I give you the same weight.
You're throwing the in or the out?
Yeah.
I heard Mark say a little fresh out here.
No, I know. You throw the same weight.
Meaning what?
Slower. Probably going to bite more. It's the swingier of the two sides to begin with, and if there's a bit of fresh pebble, just friction alone is going to slow it down, make it curl.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on this side of the sheet since it would be practice. That's about an hour ago. Usually you need a few down the path for it to keen up.
There right now, line only. Okay. Line, back four. Whoa. Go ahead, Jeff. Back four.
If you've never been to an event, the teams come out for practice about a half hour before the start time.
Curl. No roll on that one. No roll on that one. Okay. Yeah, bullet.
Could have been through on the other side.
What?
Easily through over there.
Well, we threw way more, I thought.
I don't think it's going to be any slower over there. Because in draw the button, this one was a little quicker than anything.
Is ideal.
To be able to
EJ overcompensated. Everybody thought it'd be slower there, so he just threw a ton.
Just it's a steep angle.
Yeah, those are ones where even if it had been 6 feet light, that's better than being heavy. And this is opportunity here for Kevin Marsh to come across.
Yeah, 2 shots ago it wasn't looking this good opportunity here for Saskatchewan.
Straight. Whoa, straight. Whoa. Curl. Whoa, straight. Whoa.
And underneath, look at that, their second shot.
Oh, nice play.
really good.
One miss. Saskatchewan was in full bail mode.
Really?
Yeah. Now all of a sudden they're able to get some good positioning.
I think we got to try.
I think it's not real bad over here. Only a couple feet.
Yeah.
So from his room indication, he wants to get across the nose from that side with that turn.
Which is just about impossible, but this is, if you're ever going to make it, it's on this turn with this amount of pebble. But the reason he wants to hopefully cross it is to kind of guard his shot rock at the same time.
Gotta go. Hard.
And here they do go. Walker and Harnden. If they can sneak it by that one, maybe they got a chance. Get it over there. Get it across the nose. Oh, and it just dies on them in that slide path.
He had the line if he had the weight.
Yeah, a few more rocks on that path. I think that weight would have been perfect.
Weight judgment's been a little off this game.
Good mark.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
All right, Kathy, we had a deuce, a steal, a 2, steal, a 1. And once again, Nunavut playing here in 4.
A chance to get 2 back. That Yellowstone was Shane Latimer's first. He played a hit on 2 stones, kept his shooter there, and Quebec tried to guard, but it over curled. So this is the same shot he just played. He can get to the nose, chance for 2.
I mentioned that Latimer is from London, Ontario. He's for 7 years the coach at the University of Western Ontario. And all the others are Iqaluit natives. They got together in Winnipeg for a training session prior to coming to Regina.
Back in business.
Colton threaded the needle there. The playing the intern was quite a bold move, but he managed to hang around because of it. He couldn't have hung around with the outturn.
Mark Nichols.
It's good.
Not throwing a bullet here. I love that. Now they can just stick handle this left and right a little bit.
Keep going.
Left, straight. EJ, go.
Hard
Get wide.
And
Okay,
we'll
there you go.
kill the Saskatchewan Stone on the way through. Does open up the shot rock.
Hard. I didn't think it was bad.
No.
Smart call there, Joanne, wasn't it? They were trying straight back. They knew they didn't have it. Gushue changed the call, and they just kept it straight enough to get the back one.
Aggressive, but I would also say max ice too.
Interesting comment. I think
I
the
don't
shot
mind solid hack. Solid hack. I'll try for
shot before from Gushue. Joe saying we're having trouble judging the stones and the weight right now.
Yeah, and I mean, in fairness to the brushers, they've only seen one rock go down that path, so they're learning every rock. EJ's was heavy. It was the 13-4, so you think how much less do you need? And then less weight caught more curl, came down more than they expected it to.
Yeah, not far off.
Get it by, sure enough. What do you got now? Angle it back. Oh, very nice to angle it back. Are they underneath? Oh, it may have popped now on that intern side, but they are sitting two, and they do have last rock.
They kept brushing the roll. The crowd was so loud they couldn't communicate.
Yeah, those are ones where as a sweeper, I'm looking from the far end and thinking, okay, where does this need to be in the rings to be buried? Okay, about half in the 8-foot, full edge of 8, because that happens so often. Big venue like this, it's hard to hear.
Yeah. Oh, like last night where it was just the same zone everywhere.
Roll behind ours.
Yeah. It's not as long. It just looks too inviting for him to come down and be able to bump it and stay buried, like too buried. Like even if I make a great roll to there, like I think he could chase and bump. So.
Okay. You have air here though?
What?
You don't have much air on
Not
that?
much.
Okay.
No. So if we do that, I think that's the ideal.
Sure. You get half.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to get more than half.
Board?
Okay. Board?
How much weight?
Board.
Trying to roll it underneath, are they, Russ?
Yeah, they've changed. I thought they'd go the other way just simply because there's two guards, but with the long one being so long, they can chase it pretty easily.
Okay. That looks probably good for nose for board.
Problem with this, you're rolling behind a single guard. At least it's their color, but these are pretty tough. You know, we've watched Brad do this for so long. He's always close in these, but it really has to be perfect.
All right, Kathy, 4-2. Prince Edward Island leads Nova Scotia and Matt Manuel.
Well, Tyler Smith had 2 opportunities for a relatively close double. He got one on the first one and rolled across, and on the second one he stuffed it. So it is that Yellowstone at the back, already second shot, a chance for 2 with the nose hits.
Where are you going to go? Which way? There you go, that way. And finally will sit.
Take close. Nick.
Obviously the McEwen Saskatchewan Stone is the shot rock. As we watch Matt Manuel out of the Halifax Curling Club. Second Brier, last year went 3-5 in London and rolls it and sits down. That's 2 to tie.
Everything Brad Gushue's throw's over curled. They were off on, and curled a lot more than they expected.
Roll by the center line.
Yeah, I did. You get me the size.
Top like in same as this one.
Like this?
Yep, I do.
Around the yellow, yeah. Around the yellow, I assume.
Yeah, they talked briefly about going around the 2 reds.
You do this, he's just going to go whack that in.
So even depth with that one there, Mike?
Yeah.
Just the risk of going around is you may leave some kind of double if you don't place it perfectly.
I don't think you can hurt yourself by taking a hair more even. Everything seems to be curling in there.
Well, it doesn't curl to the line.
Okay.
I think that's good ice.
And speed is probably like
14.7?
14.5 probably.
The Cooies, and it's Jamie with last rock.
And an opportunity to tie this game. Kevin faced 3 on his first one. He made a double and rolled out, so Jamie split the house. And Kevin tried a long cross-house double on his final. He got rid of one and rolled towards the other stone, but there is room for Jamie to get to the nose, or just a bit off nose for 2.
Interestingly enough, we talked about Kevin Cooey, Alberta, Calgary's Kevin Cooey, 61 yesterday. He's just 71% today. Struggling again, is he, Kathy?
Well, he had the chance to draw for 3 into the paint, and he was short, and he's just not still been as sharp as we would expect to see, and we have seen Kevin Cooey at a Brier before.
Yeah, what else do we do?
Try and get right to the corner.
I think there's room to roll off the right-hand one.
Which one do you like?
Kind of like the hit and roll.
I think the hit and roll, yeah.
Safer.
You can't throw it hard enough to try to get it over here, can you?
How much space do you have, Jeff?
Probably about a quarter rock.
Quarter rock, probably not.
Quite a bit.
You think you can make the roll all the way to here?
Yeah, but you can't roll that far. No. That'd be at best.
We haven't seen it. I gotta assume it's gonna curl. Like it's a bit of a guess, right?
Yeah.
Throw the same weight.
You don't want to play it too close to that.
That's why I was thinking you squeak the
You got
guard,
lots
might
of
be able
room.
to get it to roll
Well, you got
over
2
there.
inches.
Yeah, but we'd have to play some weight at it.
Yeah.
Lots of room. Here's
You're
2.
thinking like normal
You're
and
not
trying?
throwing it.
That's
I
right.
almost need peel though to get it over there. Let me have a look down there. Like if I'm gonna play board, I think we got to go in that range.
Yep.
Let's try that.
Yep.
Again, I'm just
gonna have a look.
I'm thinking this is the play, Russ, only
we might be able
because
to get it over here.
if you try to play corner and you're not there, they get a chance for 3. At least you get rid of one of them here.
That's exactly it. Down 2 here. This is only the 4th end, so that's just do not bring the 3 into the equation now. If he's cute on this guard, he can give up 3 also. Possibly 4 if you hit the red in the wrong spot on the way by.
Try to roll it here.
Yep.
There's lots of room to roll that far.
Good ice there, guys. Should
Might be able to get shot.
Yeah, I
Be
think so.
Partially open, but
It's a great angle.
Good way.
Isn't that interesting?
Good
The
way.
only loss last year was to McEwen. He was skip of Ontario.
Yeah.
Curl. Weight's good. Curl. 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 Keep going, roll it.
And can you roll it? And no, he doesn't get there for shot.
Bit of a safety throw, and we've all been there. He does not want to tick the guard and give up 3.
Same path, Mike.
Just a little bit off on the judging. It's like
That's a bit of a theme now, isn't it, for Team Canada? A little off here, a little off there.
You'd think his would have carved in there pretty good, but remember he threw 2 really wide guards there in the end. He saved them. And number 2.
Yep. Final stone.
clean.
Yep.
Got to get by that high guard. It's just over the hog line.
Line's good.
Need a good piece of the 8-foot. Okay, here we go.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
He picked this up right away out of his hand.
Yeah, about another. You got 4,000 at minimum trying to help it there. And everyone stand up and take a bow. If you help that. Pick up 2.
Not much, right? Very last, yeah. 14-9, 14-6.
On this Saturday night, day 2, Montana's Brier. We welcome you back. Saskatchewan gets their deuce to take a 4-2 lead, and Team Canada, Brad Gushue, will once again have the last draw, playing the Yellowstones, and just a little bit out of sync. This 5-time Canadian champion at the moment, down by 2. They once again have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Yeah, I heard 2 comments that end, one from Brad, one from Mark. Just sweepers are a little bit off on the judge, and it's a bit of a different surface compared to yesterday. It was lightning yesterday, rocks would just go forever. Tonight, a little more finish, so the rocks are coming down a bit more, and having to be really heads up with what paths have been thrown and which ones haven't. So they'll be learning from every rock and trying to zero in as the game progresses.
And Joe, I'm definitely seeing that across the other 3 sheets as well. You've got some really great brushers that are looking surprised by certain stones, and I think this is the adjustment in the first couple days of an event like this, just trying to wait till the ice settles.
Little bump. Little bump, not much.
Very little. Straight. No bump. No bump. Straight. Straight.
Whoa. Great shot, Kev. Beauty.
Nice angle. You're rarely wrong as a front-end player to get to the inside on those freezes. Certainly bouncing off is not an option.
Top 12. Light. It's good. Weight's good. Okay, line's okay. Just need top 12. It looks light. Yep. Go ahead. Weight's good. Yep, for line, guys. Gotta go. Hard for line. Hard for line. Hard for line. Weight's good. Bump it after all. Gotta go hard. Hard, 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 hard. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay.
Talk about getting to the inside. That rock we just talked about there, that set up this bit of an angle. And now because that overcurled, that angle is still there. You can kill both yellows with one swing of the bat at some point in time here if those angles stay like that.
Oh, yeah.
That wouldn't surprise them too. The weight was perfect, but it curled more than they expected it to. Just missed the line call.
And yesterday we were talking about this exact shot in this outturn side on this sheet that they could hold it. And all of a sudden they're not.
Tight guard. Close to top 12, but tight, I think. Come on. You got a good one. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep curl. Keep going. I got it. Whoa. Whoa. Got it. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hack weight. Want to get the shooter to roll off here. Hack weight. Hack weight, quarter off.
Brad not liking the angles. He's going to take this opportunity. That guard over curled enough that they can get at that yellow with a soft hack waiter here.
Weight's nice. Yeah. Hack. Yep. Yep. Really good weight. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Just to the hack. Jeff. Looks heavy. Hard, Jeff. Hard, Jeff.
Jeff
Hard
Walker.
on the red here.
Okay. Rub and roll away and just push that Saskatchewan stone a little further underneath.
Good weight.
It's fucking perfect.
Yeah, guard it.
Just not in sync, are they, at the moment? You can see it.
Almost.
Guard, high guard.
I'd almost say on that shot it's the team. Like Brad thought it was heavy and the rest of the team didn't.
All right, Kathy, back to Quebec and Nunavut.
Shane Latimer hit to lie 2, and Quebec took a look around a couple of times about whether they would jam if they hit this on the nose or on the right side. He's electing to play this, a chance for 2, as long as he makes the double.
Hard, yes! Hard! Go, go! 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 Go!
And very nice. Just touches it on the way by, but sits there for 2 to extend the lead going to the break.
That's it.
Julien Tremblay. And just gets it through.
I'm just starting to slip on
Is this there?
Yep.
Just wondering, blowing this up, we could get in a lot of trouble if one of these come in and hit this there. Then was 3 buried.
Or you load it up on this side.
What?
Or you just load it up over here.
Yeah, it's just even hard to load up.
Do you ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I get it, but it doesn't open up anything for us.
No, moving that one, just those are gone.
Like the 2 shots that I think or 3 shots, you could run this one in. And even if you do this, blow that up. You pick that, it's pretty good. or you draw there and we keep loading it up for me at the end. Or the other option is I see
real thin
and see if you can get all of them going.
Kills
Gotta
that
be
one.
careful. This is coming into that.
Looks like it
onto
dead
that.
jams it, yeah.
Goes onto that all day. Hey?
Oh, for sure.
Those are the three options.
I'm not a fan of this one because that might be a route.
I don't mind playing this now. At least you might have the in-turn draw.
Well, it opens up the pinhole temporarily, but
that's what I'm thinking.
What do you
Like a normal?
Yeah, I was thinking soft too.
I don't even know if
I would think peel, Mark, because if you ever hit it thin and did this, I'd like this to at least squeeze out.
Throw peel if you lose our.
Or like I said, we try and get one there if we can.
I think that's there.
It is.
If you think it's there, I like that. If he has to guard it, then we can do it.
Okay.
But
Boy, you don't often call your one and only timeout this early, but smart, because Brad knew they're going to burn a
Speed on
pile
his
of
side.
time.
There's
No real good options here.
Like last time, like probably 4 feet slower than good
Yeah,
stuff.
probably 4 feet.
You want to be
First
top
one.
button, hey?
Yeah.
Make sure we're past the yellow.
Yeah.
Haven't seen too many draws on this side, but they're looking to just get full 4 partially around the rock in the top of the 8-foot.
Taking a ton of ice. This will be on that corner guard till almost the hog line with the amount of ice they've got. It has to curl nearly 3 feet just to get by the corner guard.
Back 4.
whoa,
Got to come down. Back 4.
Back 4. T-line.
close.
Yep.
D-line.
Yep, line's
We've good.
Line's
T-line.
good. Line's good.
Yeah.
Back T.
Line's good. Wait only.
T-line.
Yes. Wait only. Whoa. Got to stay ahead of that red. Sit.
Ooh, don't rub and roll off, and it does just that little bit.
Oh, it stops a half a round.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Good throw.
5
Real good
inches
throw.
from perfection.
squeak that
T-line.
outside.
Yep, line's
It's good.
Line's
T-line.
good. Line's good.
Yeah.
Back T.
Line's good.
These two
Wait only.
guys,
T-line.
Mark
Wait
and
only.
Brad,
Whoa.
have played in
Gotta stay
so
ahead
many
of that
big
red.
games. They just, the moment's never too big. And Mark, new spot, small port, just about, look at that. Like, how do you just, any lighter it wrecks anyways.
Didn't say anything.
Nice try.
Good weight.
Wow, then you smacks that. And this
I hit
goes.
a quarter, I hit that.
I know. I like the freeze. That's why if I was going to play it, I'd play it with like board. I like the freeze, Mike. Board and like roll out. Yeah, Or you
could
play
do that.
The freeze.
I don't mind with board. I just don't like with peel.
No.
It's either board or freeze.
Do you like that, or
I don't mind the freeze.
freeze is dynamite?
Should get the same shape
He
as
might
Mark.
be shot though, and then I guess he has to guard.
Yeah.
Freeze isn't as easy as it looks, though, with that corner guard.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's
I
not
got
an
14
easy
Mark.
port to negotiate, but you play that board waiter, you know that Canada will just try to replace that rock.
Yep.
It might be a little bit higher and a little better.
Yeah, playing the board waiter might jam it, hit it too thin, and take out your own shot rock.
Even if you're a little light here, Russ, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait early. Hey, wait, it's really close. Off early.
First
Really
draw
close.
for Colton.
Whoa! Really close. Throw it. No! Wait's good.
Marsh
Wait's
Brothers.
Got to get off the guard.
Wait's good. Straight. Wait's good.
Here it goes now. Now it breaks for them. Here they go.
Gotta go. Yeah.
Can they sneak it by? That one there, top edge. Oh, a little rub, a little roll. And boy, they have got that yellow surrounded.
Oh boy. That's a great spot.
That is just beautiful spot.
Huh? Had to wait forever, eh? I love that spot. Great shot. Yeah. Had to wait forever. Thanks.
Interesting the difference in weight, how much more that curl would rub the front
exactly.
versus Mark's if they're on its own.
Keep it high. Yeah. Right in the hole here.
That's what I'm thinking.
We're shot.
Yeah.
We'll rock.
6.
High guard.
Not high, but
Where do you want it? Halfway?
half.
Boy, I
Even
don't
with those
know.
reds, maybe a little past it.
Okay.
How often do you see the guard being played on thirds last, the team with hammer?
With hammer, yeah.
Mark Nichols.
Halfway.
Line's a little tight.
Room late.
All right, back to Battle of the Cooey brothers.
And a bit of a game saver by Jamie Cooey on his first. He faced 4 when he sat in the hack and made a perfect freeze. Kevin froze on top of him and loosened up the back a bit so that maybe a potential for multiple, but that yellow stone that was biting the top of the 4 was Jamie's final stone. So Cooey, Kevin, is already lying 1, but needs full 4-foot to score 2.
And there you saw Glenn Kennedy playing third. And of course, Mark is playing third for Brendan Botcher, one of the brother combinations, as they play in a 3-3 tie.
Yeah. Good judge.
There you go. Has the draw weight there when he needs it.
What am I guarding?
So take the lead going to the break.
I guess he's going to put one here for a setup shot. He's going, and then we have to guard it. We
Yeah,
can't put one there. He's flying it in, risk 3.
Yeah, so I can't do it now.
He's got nothing on this side.
I was like, would we ever play a soft weight one on that one?
Well, I'm worried about hitting this.
So, like,
I don't like that. He can't make anything for 2 right now, so.
What do I even do with this stone?
I don't know.
I don't need to protect anything there,
He
do
might
I?
double peel. Try to open it up.
Yeah, but
fly
that
this in
opens
there.
up this for him. Then he
Throw a
can
guard?
get this going. Throw a guard in the middle?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're worried about that, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's throwing something out there.
He's going to throw something there so we can play it
and
on
we
his
got to
next.
protect it.
And then we're just going to hit it and roll out.
A bit of a frustrating end for both teams because they're both burning time and they're both not sure what to do. And they're both worried there's something there that they haven't seen.
And that's the key for me, Russ, is the burning time.
We need to throw.
Where's he going?
He said he's throwing a guard on the center line. Like, even if we hang it out here on the outside, it's too risky playing it in because if we go yellow, it's a steal. Like, if we got one locked up right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if we don't throw, he might take this on.
Which one?
The yellow out here.
Or
Or the
we
yellow
could-
straight back.
Oh, it's even better. Look at that. 91
over,
tonight.
boys.
He was 89 yesterday. McEwen.
It's over.
Yeah.
Line's fine.
Well, it's over, Flash. So I don't know what you're trying to do here.
Don't line anything up silly,
Okay.
guys. Yep.
Straight. Didn't change anything.
In a 4-4 tie, playing 5, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, Kathy.
Well, 2 times Matt Manuel had the opportunity to put pressure on Tyler Smith. There's a yellow stone underneath the PEI player, and that was Matt's hit and roll too far on his first one. That allowed Tyler Smith to split the house. And on his final stone, Matthew Manuel hit and rolled out, and so this is a draw for 2 as long as half of his rock is in the house.
Looks like it's cruising right now, but yeah, you're 14. Okay. Good toss, Tyler. 2 red.
I thought it was a foot less when I let it go.
Just had the exact same split.
Yeah, but the first one I just kind of like spun it. Yeah, bite the 4, full 8. Yeah.
Quite the call here. How often do you see this? They're trying to go way over in the corner, which is hard to do because of the corner guard, and then hope they can come off it with their next one.
So what's he doing?
He's going over here.
What an end.
A little less. Yeah.
Just the 1 stone out of play so far. And he's off his game to be sure so far. Gushue
T-line. Whoa, let's
saying
more,
as
guys.
much.
It's coming down. Line's good. Close to that.
Line's good.
Almost never see this draw line, Russ.
You're running out of real estate here, too.
Whoa.
Let it stop. Let it stop.
Let it stop.
Sit. That's okay.
Good.
That's okay.
Throw a guard up.
It's how we play this.
I mean,
Like, you play it with board, and it's about
I don't mind playing
half
this.
a rock.
Line's up pretty nice. That the in-off's not even for 3. You can't make that for 3. It's too steep.
That or
All right, I'm trying to put it up here. All right, just put something in the way here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The other guard.
Because he doesn't have anything here, does he? You want to play this?
I do.
Okay, let's play it.
With board, right?
Yeah. Half rock.
It's a millimeter high.
Well, no, it's more than that.
Wow, 3/4. You know how much these rocks drag, right?
Yeah, it's probably 2/3, Kev.
Okay. Just board, right?
You're talking about the drag effect here. This will go right there, but they're going to hit it on this side, and that's going to drag it over this way. If they could ever get that, if they could just change that angle a bit into there.
Like a thick half. Thick half? I think 3/4 is close, Mike.
They're almost frozen, so
okay.
probably half a rock will drag it enough.
It's just it has to go so far, and they're not throwing it very hard. This rock is going to curl once it's hit.
How's that look? This should be straight, right?
Not whipping this. They don't want to open anything up.
We can hold it.
I agree. Let's go. 2/3.
Leads by 2. What can he make with this? His last here in 5.
Whoa! Lead! Yep. Whoa! Whoa!
Gushue has remained really quiet, thinks that it's there.
Yep.
Staying with it. Here we go. Drag it back. What are you going to touch? Oh, and it'll crash in front. Oh, goodness. He got a break.
Sneaky.
Yeah, it's not snooker. You didn't call it.
We hit. Look at that, Becky. Way more than half. I don't know why they wanted less and they just let it go. A little thinner, they would have been able to get that to drag right where they wanted it.
There's no doubt now. So Saskatchewan is sitting the 1. Yep. Every Saskatchewan stone is in play.
But
I know. So you're saying to me, Gushue put that stone over there for the eventuality?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. And they decided that it was too steep to score more than 2, but now that they've rearranged them accidentally.
Between a 5th and a 6th. I think so, like the way you're.
Not under. Yeah, exactly.
Final stone. Right now it's a shot rock. Stolen point that belongs to Saskatchewan. McEwen. Here we go. Leaning on it. Harden still leaning on it. Here we go. Have you got this? Coming across. Now, where are you going? Are you coming across and catching it? No, you won't. And that one right there, after all that, all stones in play, except for one. It turns out to be a steal of 1 Saskatchewan. We'll go to the break. 5-2 McEwen.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Home Hardware, here's how. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
McEwen has Saskatchewan, by that little bit. And then, of course, they got maybe a little bit of a break, getting that stone to roll in for shot rock, steal of 1, and they lead now at the break as they huddle with their alternate Pat Simmons and coach Brent Lang. Numbers after 5.
We're seeing Team Gushue trying to puzzle it out there. Brad made a game-saving draw in the second, facing 5. And then McEwen, of course, not the way they drew it up, but coming in to sit that 1 and get a big steal to take control of the game, and not the numbers we're used to seeing, especially on hits out of Brad Gushue.
No, really. I mean, they just really they're not in sync. And you can hear it on their microphones. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. As Team Canada, Gushue, with their coach Caleb Flaxey, trying to figure out what to do now. Here in Regina, in fact, across the province, curling is the official sport of Saskatchewan. And there's a special bond between the province and Newfoundland and Labrador. You see, Regina was the site of Newfoundland and Labrador's very first Brier Championship, skipped by Jack McDuff in 1976. Now, in recent years, Jack has been suffering with MS, and he wants some of his curling memorabilia to find a place where it would mean the most, such as a curling broom that is autographed by their team's driver that year, Sam Richardson, and all of the Richardsons, including Jack himself. McDuff learned of a young lady, Kelly, the daughter of Saskatchewan Senator Brent Cotter, a Special Olympian who is a very big curling fan, and he presented that broom to Kelly about 2 years ago, and now she wants it to find a special home here in Regina. Saskatchewan, Newfoundland, Labrador, a piece of Canadian curling history. And Brad Gushue got a chance to look at this legendary broom yesterday. It all started, of course, for McDuff, and then that special moment in 17 when he became the second Newfoundland and Labrador team to win a Brier Championship. A special piece that has now come home to Regina, and hopefully we'll find a place somewhere where the public can get a chance to see it. Curling history here in Regina. And it is interesting when you do look back. Duff wins here in 76 and in 18. So yes, Regina has been very good to Newfoundland and Labrador.
And Vic, when Jack showed up in 76, his driver was Sam Richardson, who volunteered. Sam took them under their wing and said, look, boys, we're going to do it this way. This is how it's going to be done. I've won it before. I'll show you how to do it. They win. On that team, the third for Jack McDuff was Toby McDonald. Toby McDonald was our wonderful coach that won Brad Gushue a gold medal.
Yeah. And it's so Sam got the brush for the broom and got it signed by all the Richardsons. So hopefully it'll find a place where people can get a chance to see it here in Regina. As we welcome you back on this Saturday night to the Montana's Brier, second day of coverage. And now will they be able to figure out something? Team Canada down by 3, but they do have the last rock playing the Yellowstones here in 6.
Still curling a bit though.
What an end. Brad threw that pretty soft weight, and whether he got started or not, I'm not sure, but it
a little heavy.
Any more weight or a little bit wider on the broom there, he makes that for 3.
Yeah, I was thinking though as he was coming down the sheet, that rock was so wide on the boards. There's no way they would have even seen that path in pre-event practice. It would have been a wild guess on what that spot would run like.
Oh, we haven't heard from you. Have you lost your voice, Kathy?
Not likely.
Not likely. Why don't you bring us up to date, please?
Well, Julien Tremblay from Quebec applying a lot of pressure. And for the Nunavut team, having that bye, they're still learning the ice and the stones a little bit, and that's caught them. Uncharacteristic. It is an edge, and Kevin Cooey is now up to 80% from 60. But the misses that we're seeing, that's not likely. And Big Brother doesn't mean too much worries for the younger Cooey at 88% outscoring. We saw the feature sheet, and then in the Smith and Manuel battle, draw weight has been the absolute in his pocket for Tyler Smith. That has given him the edge.
Kevin Marsh throwing the second stones. That's the little giveaway. Kevin doesn't wear the gloves. Brother Daniel does.
Easy. Close, really close here. Yep. Even just nibble. Yep.
Gotta go.
Yep.
Tight guard.
Yep. Whoa. Down. Yep. Just fighting. Oh. Pull you in.
Good shot. It was perfect.
I mean, listen, I think with all the experience, he may be frustrated, the team may be frustrated, but I don't think you'll see any panic out of a team like Gushue.
A little more.
No, and especially 5-rock rule, no tick zone. Get a 2 here. The game is still within striking distance for Team Canada.
Come on. Okay.
Long raised double, and they're upset that they only hit one of them. It's pretty precise curling. but keeps allows Mike to put the pressure on again.
Yeah, and you see the game now. I mean, Mike and company, they're up 3, but there's 3 guards out front. There's no point trying to peel and play defensively because you're just going to let Brad use those corners. So they're staying on the offensive side of things.
Unless you can get all 3, and they can't. This is the only way to go.
Well, and again, I think, I'm one of those who really believes you look at your opposition. And McEwen has to know. He has to look at them and see they're a little off tonight. So why would we back off?
It's a good point, too. It's get them while you can, right?
Shot. Yeah, sometimes you see a team really start to protect and they kind of just give away a 2. And then all of a sudden, the game is close out of nowhere.
All right, back to Quebec and Nunavut, Kathy.
Well, there was only 1 stone in play, and given the score, Shane Latimer elected to try to play the freeze. He did tap the stone back, so there is space and a chance for Julien for 2.
Whoa. Shooter. Yep. Oh, Jeff.
Yeah, the depth is pretty nice.
Whoa. Clean. Shut.
Adding a couple more as they pull away on Nunavut. Trying to even their record at 1-1.
Nice effort from Team Canada here by making the run backs and controlling the rocks out front, so there's enough guards that McEwen cannot peel them.
Good stop. That's fine. Good. Not bad.
Yeah, just couldn't sweep it.
Not a bad spot.
Could roll the
Could
top
play
one,
this
too.
if you like, too.
Yeah, whichever one you like.
Roll the top one, you got to throw a little more weight.
This one, we're back here.
Kevin Cooey with the lead over his brother Jamie, but Jamie does have the hammer here.
He does. Jamie had a really good opportunity on his first already lying shot buried to draw into lie 2, but he was a little bit deep and set up a double for Kevin. Kevin didn't quite remove both, but he did push it back enough that the Alberta team lies 3.
17th Brier appearance for Jamie. 1-7 a year ago in London, Ontario. Oh dear. And sit down. That'll be close. It'll be close to that one at the T line.
I think 1 red.
Yeah, you're right, Kath.
Mark Nichols.
Whoa, Carl!
Yep.
Hard EJ. Really good hard EJ.
That's confirmed. 1 steal of 1. Alberta.
Yeah, good shot. That's good.
I guess like he's got into the side 8, so love to see us roll. Roll big even.
Sure.
You like around the nose?
Okay.
No. He's going there, buried. Right here. Right? Just so I can cut him out of a draw. Try to roll perfect.
Yeah, you can't make.
If there's room here with no risk, and it looks like there is,
Board?
you'd love to sit
I think so.
into the 8-foot there somewhere. And Mike's point is, if they knows it, Gushue goes around the corner guard, full 8 and it's second shot, and then Mike's got to make a decision. Sitting 2 would be great.
Board.
Gushue threw one out here before too, and tracked on him a bit.
Roll as much as you can.
Okay.
Maybe board. Yeah, boards.
Only rock that Brad's thrown that I can remember the whole game that undercurled. Everything's just bid on him a little bit. Sometimes you get matched rocks, but they might not be matched with the other 6.
Good. Clean. Good to hair up. Yep. Hair up. Hair big.
Whoa.
Skip Stones in
Hair
6.
big. Clean.
Yep.
And Mike McEwen.
Yes.
You gotta go. You really gotta go. Come on.
And watch where this goes now.
Yep.
And it will spin to the back button. They are sitting 2 without last rock.
Solid. Good throw, Mike.
Pretty good.
Good shot.
Good that move. Thought I got it out there, no?
Just had your body in here tight.
Yeah, okay.
You got it. You got the.
I got a little.
To the room. Yeah, a little. Nothing major.
I got just a slightly earlier break point.
A little farther than they wanted it to.
Yeah.
I think the double and rolls here now for Brad Gushue.
Yeah, they all said it was perfect, but I agree with you.
Got an 8.5 or so.
Okay.
Just got to throw it firm, but the double's there and roll somewhere.
Prince Edward Island up by 2 in Nova Scotia, Kathy.
Tyler Smith hit and rolled to the wings, that stone in the edge of the 12-foot on his final, so no double for Matthew. This is the force looking to nose.
Okay, Jeff.
Matt Manuel in his second straight appearance went 3 and 5 in London, beat Owen Purcell in the Nova Scotia Championship. Admitted last year they had a lot of nerves, and figure that this year will be better. Look at that, and underneath. How lovely is that? Goodness.
Yeah, go.
You're right, Joanne. Didn't have to roll as far as they did on Mike's first. Really nice toss here. Had to throw it firm.
I didn't want to under-roll that. We had a lot of long way to roll there.
You're gonna get shot. We're right here. We're getting into this area.
He did look at the run back, Russ.
Yeah, that's because this is so hard too. They're all really difficult. Obviously, if it was a red one, he'd play the run back.
Who do you say here?
You could almost go around the corner guard and
Don't have to move it to get shot or anything. There it is. No
get shot rock, because these are so tough. So it's either on the corner or right around to the tee line, half buried.
And this one, the brushers will have to make a call pretty quick to decide what they're playing.
I think that ice is good. I've thrown the straw earlier.
Yeah, you did.
We'll move. It'll take its time, though.
It'll take its time.
Hey, room right now. Line's good.
Easy, easy, flash, easy.
Line's good. Clean. Clean.
Yep. Easy. Lots
Clean.
line. Close, no. Line says it's
Clean,
there.
line's perfect.
Whoa.
Kevin Marsh in the house. Flash, boy, he's just ready to pounce, isn't he?
It's a curl. Curl.
Now that elastic band is ready to snap.
Whoa.
And right to the corner.
How's that?
Special.
All right. Let's go, Mikey.
Oh boy.
So precise.
Is that their job?
Oh gosh, look at this. Huh? Desperate times now.
Yeah, it really is. Off to here, off to there, over to there.
Is it there?
I'm not sure there's enough room, Joanne, by that.
You can probably get about half. I think we can get it. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. We can get it.
Okay.
Well, that's half the battle, but what to do? Little swing your side out this wide. I don't have a clue. All I know is it's going to be slower. Yeah, there is the room there, but he's got to squeak that guard.
Here we go. In off to get to shot rock for a possible 2. Got to go with it now. Harden all the way with it. Got to get it by. No, he's going to crash in front. Couldn't sneak it. And it's a steal of 1, Saskatchewan.
It's going to be amazing to skip in a hometown Brier. Like, it doesn't happen too often. I couldn't be more thankful. I'm excited. There's going to be tons of friends and family, and I have so many people that watch and follow and cheer, and it's just going to be super special to be here in front of them.
At this point now, I've been lucky enough to play in every single game that you can play in at this event, so there's really no surprises at this point. We're still a very confident group, super happy to be here. Our entire season's been dedicated to this event.
So that's the matchup tomorrow. Brian joins us again. He'll be with Kathy, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Dunstone against Catlin Schneider. It is interesting. Catlin, of course, is from Edenwold, just northeast of Regina. Has played for Regina, or had played for Saskatchewan. Now skipping BC. Matt Dunstone is back in Manitoba, having at one time skipped for Saskatchewan. So, yeah, you need your program at the Brier. So we welcome you back. That's the feature game tomorrow. But yeah, steal of 1. I'm not sure. We were just chatting during the break. Is Team Canada once again will have the hammer playing the Yellowstones. I said it was desperate times. Do you think he had to play that, or do you take your 1 you know, give credit. He made a wonderful corner freeze. You're forced to the single. Now you fight on from there. Now you find yourself down by 4.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, if you make it, that's huge, and that could have been the difference maker in the game. You get all that momentum back. He made a great double and roll on his first, but obviously hindsight now, that was a total guess in that spot, out so wide. In the 8th end, I think, yeah, it's do or die. You have to score multiple. In the 6th end, I don't know. You take your one, you might still be able to claw your way back, but now he's in a big hole now, down 4.
Yeah, I love what you're saying there, because it's one thing. The scoreboard tells you what to do, and then it's to play that shot. But if you don't know that shot, is it really the right shot? And drawing for 1, you could argue is not enough, but the difference between 1 and 2 is not that big, and now they're in big trouble.
Back 12. Yeah, back 12.
It was almost like Brad finally made a beauty. He's written 2 on the scoreboard, and Mike took it away from him. It was like, nope, I'm going to get it back.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Everything Brad Gushue's thrown's over curled except 1 rock.
Okay.
That's good.
Back line.
Get them all.
Down by 3, and Matt Manuel out of Halifax with the last rock.
Chance for 2. Tyler Smith tried an upweight, very thin double on his final stone, got 1 but rolled out. And so there is a Nova Scotia stone lying in the house at the back 12. So looking for the nose hit for 2.
Clean. Straight. Straight. You're right, Nick. 11. 2 yellow.
There you go, 2 yellow. Gets a little closer. Both teams looking for their first wins, and gosh, that will just take the air right out of you.
That is so good. Understanding the angles.
Huh, right off the top. Golly.
It's just such a kick in the head for Team Gushue, isn't it? When you thought you were going to get 2 last end, tick the guard, another steal. You've worked so hard to get 3 rocks in good spots. A beautiful freeze. Bang, they're all gone. No guards.
Tight. It's in. Nope. Just sit. Wait for it to stop. Sit. Okay. I think it's a little quicker right now.
Yeah. Don't just rip it.
Don't stick it. Smooth. Smooth.
Should be straighted.
Golden flash. Oh. I mean, now is the time you should look at the board, it seems to me, and go, let's not put anything in play. Let's just get rid of it. If they don't have any stones in play, what can they do with it?
No, that's just it.
Yeah, it's straight there. In-turn curls, eh?
Yeah, any rock in play will be helpful for Team Canada.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Even 1 top button, as you see now. Mark's going to try to get around that, use it as a guard.
And that's there tonight. There is so much finish at the end.
14 after tee.
Like, can act like a guard top button.
Taking the straighter of the 2 turns, but you're right, it'll still get there.
Back 12.
Well then.
Back 8.
Line's
Has to be
good.
higher than this one. Back 8. Needs to curl quite a bit, Jeff.
Back
go,
12.
Jeff, 12. Jeff, go.
Go.
We're heavy.
Almost through.
Okay. Whoa. I don't want it. It might stop here.
6.
Curl, Mike. Curl it.
And it slides to the back. Just not on their game. They just aren't there.
Off our own.
Not too bad, Vic. At least it forces Colton Flash to a tricky one.
That's probably the easiest, eh?
Still want to
Half. The easiest? Oh, yeah.
Quarter.
Half a rock.
Yep. You like that? Yep.
You want to throw the
That's maximum separation if you want to run back the rock on top button. Come off their own now.
Don't want to miss this thick, and then they sink another one.
Golden flash.
Yep. Yep.
Pretty hard.
Yep. Hard.
Hard, Kev.
Hard.
Come on.
Really gotta go.
Gotta go.
No.
And across the top. Oh, and just enough. Goodness.
Threw that great.
Yeah, good shot. Go flash.
That curled. The other one ran straight.
Yeah.
I actually really gotta go.
Across the line, that's all I can think of, because we know out wider it'll track. Everything's working, Joanne. They thought they'd missed it at contact, and they not only made it, but they're sitting 2.
Mark Nichols.
Mucky, weed's good.
I thought
Mine's a little tighter.
Go ahead, EJ.
Mucky, Full back 12, guys.
Like to put this back in the exact same spot as his first.
Line's good. Line only. Line's good. Sliding nice. Clean.
No, it doesn't have to curl.
Real close to that.
Same speed as last time.
And watch the brush now, and it will dig in. Slide path.
That's a nice shot, Vic. You're trying to make that. You know, you're geared to throw that top 12 weight and let the boys put it on the tee line.
Take a firm normal. Sure.
It's easy to throw those through.
Well, and even you have to be close under your hand on that, because if you're light and they have to sweep it, you're never going to get the line to get buried.
I think I like just a solid bump in a foot.
Yeah, I know, but like, I was just thinking, when I halfway down the sheet, I was like, man, this looks thick.
You're going to play a run back. This is where you want to play it. There's not too much guessing with the broom here. It's not going to curl much more than an inch, especially with Mike's out turn. Virtually zero ice.
Good.
Easy.
Good. Yep. Whoa.
Watch it back up. It's back up off this line. Watch, it's going backwards right now, but he's nice and light.
Straight. Yeah. Hard.
Flash.
Straight.
Caught it? Sure does. Wow. All right, let's go check on the Battle of the Cooeys, Alberta, and the team from Yellowknife.
Well, Jamie took a long look at that red-yellow combo to get to the 4-foot, but was really concerned that it wouldn't work. So this is trying to play the double out in the wings. Roll, his shooter will go, but maybe gets one.
Shoot.
We'll end up giving up a steal of one. Started off well. Kathy did Jamie Cooey, but the game has gotten away from him.
It has. The degree of difficulty for his shots like that, it has gotten much, much higher as Kevin's playing better.
That's what happens in these games, Kathy, isn't it? You know, the 5-rock roll, you have to start taking chances. Look at Gushue here. I think he's 54 right now because the degree of difficulty just gets
high.
Yeah. Mike maybe made that too good, Joanne.
Yeah, left the run back rock back 12. And freeze to it here.
Walker.
Hard, Jeff.
And yeah, just to it. Second shot.
Hey.
Hey, Brad.
I don't mind the guard either, but I like this. Just through it. Guard can be fucking right
Can
here.
rinse and repeat here, though. Just right on the nose. Pick that yellow clean.
That's right.
Could guard it, could freeze. But he just threw it and he just made it. So.
Right in the middle of the stone, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd almost be tempted to freeze, maybe. 'Cause that's the
I think so
force,
too.
eh?
Yeah. This should be two if he does what he just did.
Final stone, Mike McEwen.
Same weight. Up.
Flash has picked him up right away.
Close. Yep. Whoa. Clean.
Here we go. You got it?
Nice.
Oh, goodness. You know, listen, that was something that McEwen talked to us about, this trust that he's building up with Kevin Marsh. The fact that they're learning about each other. And for him, as we said earlier, he played back end for Kirk Myers.
Yes.
But you're watching somebody else's stones come at you now, right?
Yeah, but they've thrown so many together in spiels that he's doing a wonderful. You could tell by Kevin's all the way down his vocal off and on. He knew where that thing was going. Nice soft weight on both those with Mike because, like I said, his outturn tracks a bit in a real straight spot. Beautiful. He managed to sit 4 somehow.
It's heavy. It's back 4.
He thinks it's a little hot out of his hand.
And quite a few down this line for these come arounds.
Go there. Whoa!
Line's fine.
Weight's okay, I think. Back
On the
4 now.
tee.
Don't want to.
14-1.
It's fine.
And that'll work for his single. Now you go back and then. Would he have been better to play for that single, not give up a steal? It's down by 3. Saskatchewan trying to win 2 right out of the gate and hand the defending champions an early loss. They lead at 6-3. Mike McEwen from the Montana in Saskatoon, ahead of Brad Gushue from the Remax Center, St. John's Curling Club. And again, as we saw at the Scotties, just the 3 teams go through out of each pool of 9. And you lose one early, and you really are up against it, because 2, 3 maybe. Could you end up being in a 5-way tie as we had in one pool and come through on last rock draws? Losses more than ever in this format means so much.
Yeah, it really does. And even if you're like maybe a Gushue, he's maybe got the luxury of thinking playoffs already. Possibly. He's got to play better than he did tonight. You want first or second. They're all better than third, right? Like in your ranking, who you play and hammer and so on and so on. So any loss is big.
Yeah!
Wow. I just dumped all of a sudden.
Opens up the center. That shooter, though, rolls over to cover the edge of the 4.
Yeah, okay.
Where does he want it?
Or the yellow, I think.
It's like a mountain of ice.
He was close by the look on Mike's eye.
Is that too much
He's
ice?
kind of tilting his head.
Going in the red one?
Interesting how the front end
Still
for
Bradley,
Team Canada out curling the front end for Saskatchewan. On that scoreboard, it's all McEwen.
Sometimes when you get down quickly like that, 5-2, the front end for the team that's losing is just lobbing up guards. It helps the old percentage.
Yeah, we heard on the mics that Dan Marsh has a tough pair, so usually you'll see if there's a bit of a struggle on the pair, they might see a few more misses out of the lead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Who threw the mismatch rocks on your team, Joe?
The lead. You have more margin for error. There's less to navigate. So if you have a really tough rock, sometimes you even just get rid of it first when there's more window. I think most teams give them to the lead.
Yes.
Some will give them to the second because the second typically throws more hits, and you might not see a cutter come out quite as bad. For the most part, it's usually the leads that manage them.
It gets like this when you know the second's throwing a peel, you might hand it to the second. Throw 2 good ones at lead.
It's part of what makes lead fun and challenging, though. You get the most mismatched rocks on the sheet and try to play 90, and real testament to the ones that can manage them.
And are you ever helping your team? If you could play well, that leaves the rest of the crew with good stones.
Wait a bit.
Well, I remember our old pal Ray Turnbull said that when they changed to free guard zone, free guard zone first of all, and then the 3 and then 4 rock rule, now 5, changed the game for leads. Leads now became part of the team, and they had to think as much as any other player, right, all the way up the line. And you get a lot of leads that are almost interchangeable. They know the game that well.
So true.
Well, and you even see it now with the no-tick rule and the 5 rock rule. Like, rock placement is so important. If those rocks are not in the optimal spot to start the end, it can completely change the complexion of the game.
I like the guard.
I think we guard one more. Don't you?
Yeah.
I'm okay with either shot. A little less weight. Clean. A little higher. Okay. Half.
Mark Nichols.
Halfway. Logos are just on top of the logo is good.
Yeah, just shy of the logo.
Okay, get ready. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Even with the logo.
Yep. Yep. Good. Good. Good shot.
Throw him, Mark.
Wait.
Wait, buddy.
Good job.
And we have our first final, Kathy. Quebec rebounds to even their record at 1-1 and first loss for Nunavut.
Well, we talked about Julien Tremblay and his team last night at 80%. They did lose, but they played well. And I feel like even though he's new to the Brier, they're gaining momentum and confidence.
Prepare.
He's throwing like 10.5.
Yeah. Is that too much, or what do you think?
I think
Next
I'm
up
thinking
for
that's
Quebec
max.
is Gushue and Team Canada.
I think we can hold it, right?
We're just trying to make the hit and roll behind this. That's all. Yeah.
Although you're wrong.
Tight ice, so we must be playing the
Hit.
hit.
I think we're playing ours and rolling, Jeff.
Yeah. What weight?
Thinking 10.5. Do you like that?
Playing ours and rolling?
The way mine are going, I think
Yeah,
everybody else's are running pretty straight. I think I'll get some movement. Right, so.
I truly believe Brad's are a little sharper. He just didn't pick up on it till now.
Trying to make the hit and roll.
Yeah.
He's over curled a lot.
Well, he's at 57% now. That was his very first year.
Clean.
Pat Ryan.
Yep, he's good.
He played against Pat Ryan, so
Yes.
having an off game to be sure.
Curl.
And angle it back and roll it away. Did he get it underneath the guard? Yeah, did. Let's go over now and again. It's the battle of the Cooeys.
Kevin Cooey hit to lie 2 on his final stone. There is no double, and so Jamie is chasing the shot stone on the forefoot. Needs to stick.
Shot. Shot.
Clean. Nice weight.
And he'll sit there for the single.
That's why I was wondering, you might play like half weight and try to just chip it.
Very nice shot from Brad there too. Normal weight hit and roll, stuffed it, buried with the yellow at the top.
Take a time here.
No, we just want to take a time.
Timeout being called by Saskatchewan.
The perfect shot, Joanna. You chase that, but it's over buried.
Guard is really high, though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the guard's in play for the chase.
What if we hit
My
this
first
one
thought was
on-
just to hit and roll off this one.
Yeah,
Just board weight. Got it here.
and just stay in a
Hack
line,
weight
right?
even. Solid hack. Stay in a line.
And he's
That's
got
how
to
it's a
play the
board.
double and roll.
There's a bit of space
Double
there,
and
so-
roll.
But yeah, my thought was like solid hack and just hit it like 7-8 high.
Yeah, I don't love coming through this
It's
hole.
fully buried, and
That's where I could actually touch mine.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
And this
that
is
and-
fully
Yeah, it is.
buried.
If not, a little bit over.
pretty hard, boys.
My thought was just throw solid hack, just hit this like
I
this.
think I'd throw more than that.
Yeah, that
What do you think
double's
about
a little
like good
thin, eh?
board? 3/4.
Sure.
That's
Gotta make
fine
sure we
too.
stay
Yeah.
shot, right?
Yeah, the only other thought we had was peeling the guard, but this double's a lot thinner than it looked. Like if that's an immiscible double, it's
Yeah, you can peel the guard into here.
I like your shot. I like
peel
your
it
shot.
like this, right?
Yeah.
If he makes a little mistake, you'll still have a double for
Oh, you
2.
still have a shot for 2 if he screws up at all. Like we can line these up right in front of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
make
we
sure you
should have
get
a
shot and
double.
stay.
We should have a double
Should have
for
an
either a
open shot.
All right,
blank
let's.
or-
Well, they're still discussing PEI Nova Scotia, Kathy.
Well, a really tricky shot for Tyler Smith on Matthew Manuel's final. He played the tap to the stone, to these lying 2 in the forefoot. So they looked at that in-off, the red stone out in the wings, but the risk is pretty high if things don't work out. And so this is trying to tap the shot stone back. It is completely buried from the hack.
Okay, just sweep for tee. Line's good.
From the Crapo Curling Club, Prince Edward
Line's
Island,
good.
Tyler
Close.
Smith,
Close.
Line's good.
Edward
Close.
White,
Yeah.
Chris Gallant, Adam Cox.
Hard.
Straight.
Hard.
And you move this enough. Oh, did he? Doesn't look like it, does it?
It's close.
It's close.
I think it's
Looking
still
like yellow there.
Yeah, I think so. Give it a good go.
One yellow.
Did he
One
ever?
yellow it is to tie it at 7.
They decided that chase was a little tricky. Not like in Mike soft weight, or if he can hit this and stick it, Brad's going to have to make a play on it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Mike McEwen is first.
Straight, 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 straight. Whoa.
Oh, Golden Flash.
Whoa, whoa, curl, 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 curl.
Okay. That's fine. Just, you're really holding there. You see what I can do? Yeah.
Didn't cook quite as much as they expected, but nice shot.
Yeah. That tells you a lot, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's reflected on the scoreboard. Look at the numbers for Gushue, just unexpected. That way, McEwen out curling him in all areas. Player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Dead on, Joanne. I think there's a double.
Yeah, I think they're playing the roll behind the corner.
Right.
Sit two buried, force a precise draw to Mike McEwen.
Same way.
Yeah, same way. Clean. Clean. Hair less if anything. Yep. Whoa. 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 Little less, Mark.
DJ Harnden
Yep.
still with it. Still with it.
Go roll.
And yeah, there is going to be a roll. And rolls it away, but they are sitting two.
Yep. Okay.
Didn't roll that far.
Yeah.
Grant's figured it out. Nice shot.
Jumped a little bit more than the first one.
Yeah. Good throw.
I do think of the two, that one curls more than.
Yeah.
Looks sweepable if you get in a good top.
Only rolled 5 inches farther than they needed. It's still pretty good. They had to get it buried. Didn't want to leave it there and give up a double.
The button or better? Not better. Same.
Raises that, draw to the button.
He was within 5 centimeters.
Yeah. And it hadn't changed. Good surface.
It's interesting though, Joe, how you do. You park everything. It's all back there, and if he needs a reference point, it's still pregame draw to the button.
Yeah, 2.5 hours ago, and he still has it locked in.
Settle. I'm kind of max line.
Yeah, easy.
Why nothing?
Wait, it's half?
No,
line's good.
Yep.
Line's good. Through.
Whoa.
Curl.
Close.
No, curl.
Kevin Marsh got to get off that stone top edge of the 8. Got to get off that one. Get off of that one. Get off it. Oh, he rolled. He rubs it. Oh, and he's there. Goodness gracious.
I wouldn't do that.
Here again. This is maybe a magical little combination. McEwen and Marsh at the back end. A little run, a little roll, you get one. And of course you saw it from here at Brand Center. Regina. Day 2 of our coverage, Montana's Brier. So Saskatchewan leads at 7-3, and here in 9, Team Canada. Brad Gushue will have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
Interesting end setup here. We saw Team McEwen, they tried the corner tick on the corner guard where you try to push it into the ring so that it can be hit on seconds first, but they just ticked it to the middle, so Brad Gushue called the center line guard on top of it.
We're there. Still got a curl. We're there. Just leave it. Yep.
Oh,
good shot. Good shot. Straight peel.
Beauty, Kev.
Back
House.
line?
Yeah, back house.
Back 12.
These are, you see them made quite a few times, but this is such a tough and important shot. EJ cannot wreck. That would be a complete disaster. You can't go by.
Back line.
And you're trying to throw a bit of weight at a buried rock. If you're freezing here, it's not a hard shot, but he's trying to move these around.
Nichols, and here comes that center guard, and it coming in a hurry. Now Walker joins him. Got to get it by one more. Oh, they did that too.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful shot.
Sorry, Mike.
Becky.
Whoa. Okay.
That's good.
And now they start cleaning up the middle.
All the way around everything.
You like that?
Okay.
Either that or you just try and glue it there.
I just think it's.
I know.
It probably still is that.
Yeah, he probably is. Yeah.
Nichols
Can't
just
get them
seeing.
all if we put it here.
Yeah.
All Mark Nichols sees is a big explosion of stones.
A little bit slower.
Well, that's just it, and
Still
you have to consider that who's throwing it. You freeze one in there. If it's not on the inside, all of the yellows are gone. So they're going right around absolutely everything, Vic,
Pretty good.
to sit fourth shot rock.
Yeah. Becky!
It's the only way you can hide.
Yep.
Yep. Broom.
Reach your broom. Yep.
Yep.
Walker.
Becky!
Nichols.
Yep. Mark's in, Mark's. Reach your broom. Go ahead.
And right to the broom.
Yep.
Wow, look at that. Just swoop in there.
Nice shot.
Wow.
Good. Good weight.
May be a silly question. And I realize Team Canada has last rock. But their center guards go up, Joe. Would you ever, if you're Saskatchewan, just throw them to the bumper? What I'm thinking is, you don't need yours in play. They need theirs in play. Once they're in the house, now you can remove them. And just more rocks in play, beneficial to Team Canada.
Yes and no. I mean, pretty good setup though for Team Saskatchewan. They were right in front of each other. If they're ever offset, that staggers disaster. But Team Canada will have to deal with these rocks. If you don't have them at all, it's kind of conceding the two.
Yeah, I know what Vic's saying, but EJ was forced to a tough and he made it. And that's what's caused a bit of a problem here. Sometimes that shot's not made.
Hair high.
Top 12. Throw it tight and we'll sweep it.
We don't see many
hair high if anything, Mark, but square is
times today. It seems to me that somebody just says, it's not worth it. It's going to the bumper. We keep everything in play. I guess. It depends on
it's
situation.
just so hard. I mean, and we might see the game move that way too. I mean, you never know. We heard from Brad Jacobs earlier today saying, I don't think we've decided exactly what the best way to play this game is.
Line. Yep. Jumping, hopper off. Whoa. Yep.
Maybe you just put one in the rings instead of the two.
Tapping
Right.
it frozen. Just tapping it frozen.
The other option is don't bury them. Leave it top 8 wide open, and they've got to run back then.
Okay. Good shot. Lost the line.
Good throw.
Saskatchewan still sits
Really
to
good
2
throw, Mark.
without last rock, up
Freeze
by
the back,
4.
Yellow. Or hack it out. Pick it out.
7-4.
Pick it too.
Kevin Cooey leads brother Jamie. Final stone coming up.
Kevin made a really good double on his first one, scattered a lot of granite out of the house, leaving just that one red stone. Jamie played the freeze on his final, no way to pick that out, and so Kevin is ignoring it, and he's playing the draw, needs to bite the 4-foot.
And his game has gotten better from 71% early to 84% now.
Lead. Yep. Yes.
Line's good.
Oh dear.
Nice shot.
14-1.
Where's this going now? Slowing down for him?
Shot.
And does for the single. And that will be it. And so that's 11 straight times now that Kevin has beaten the brother. A little pat in the back. And Dad's here, Mom's here. I was at the Scotties last week in Calgary.
So what's over there?
Watching Kerry Galusha.
He might just lob a guard.
Right. I like either the freeze or the hit and roll.
Yeah, the problem is you do that and he makes a good one on top, then we almost negate these. Yeah, right?
I'm good with rolling the shooter that way and getting the 4 over.
I think we lie 3. He's only got 2 shots. Yeah.
Like normal? Or are you thinking harder?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm kind of worried that this just does this.
Right. You might not make the red double when you raise those yellows.
If we don't get this right, the next end doesn't matter, so.
Yeah, but it looks like...
It might just stay here
like
somewhere.
the other option, Mark, you could actually probably hammer this on the nose.
Yeah. If you hit it low, this one's squirting, right?
That's what I'm concerned, but we need to get enough momentum this way, or we got to throw enough weight. Okay. So it might make sense to hit it a little this way.
Like,
but then we're going to group these two.
Yeah, you have to hit it a little on the left-hand side to make the red double.
Kind of thinking here.
Then you might lose one of your rocks or group them.
7.5?
Yeah.
I think we got to hit it a little high.
Right.
If I hit it low with peel, the middle one is dragging and going that way. So hit on your side, Jeff.
Yeah. I don't even mind a little harder, Mark.
Yeah. A little harder? Okay.
Yeah.
Like a 6.5.
6.5, yeah, that's full peel.
Yep. Yep.
Mark Nichols.
Hard. Whoa.
Harnden. Bang. And spreads them out.
Okay.
Still leaves Saskatchewan. Shot rock back 4.
Yeah, it was always going to hit and stay somewhere. You couldn't hit that too much thinner or you would have lost the shooter.
Don't think it mattered where we hit it. That was not going.
I don't think we
Yeah.
could ever line it up. Deal.
Yeah.
Not bad, though. If you ever ran this straight back and ticked the shot rock, it could go across to that red.
3/4, hair high.
Obviously, a little high does the job.
Makes it for fun.
Won't be quite as straight as the center. It'll still be straight, though.
A little low.
I think we just hit and roll the center line. It probably makes the double tougher.
Sure.
Don't see much down that path.
Ready for skip stones here in the 9th. Mike McEwen.
Yep. Nope. Yep.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
Yes.
Now late rusher. They get there a little too late. Flash on it. Got it. 1-2 and away they go. Oh, he just misses the jam of that stone back 4.
Any more curl that could have jammed, certainly hit it. Might not have stayed.
Just a little late to the brush, Joe.
Yeah, it was a little bit of whoa.
Read off downboard leaders.
Loud in here.
It's not fully straight, but it's straight.
It stays right there, right where you throw it.
Yeah, it's not going to full negative. We'll just run.
And is Mike McEwen ever feeling it?
That's exactly it.
I still like
He looks so confident out there.
Oh, he's got to hit it. I guess
he
he could
be rolls.
Well, it was interesting.
It's a hard double.
Again, in our pregame chat, he said he feels no more pressure. He has no more nerves in this Brier than any, despite the fact he's playing for Saskatchewan and playing at home.
Interesting.
Yeah.
11, Mark.
Hard.
Very calm.
Hard.
Yep.
Whoa.
Just 11.
Whoa.
Good. Shot.
Don't want to roll too far.
Less than that, isn't it?
Is it worth it? I mean, play it safe, but take it on.
You heard, is it worth it? You've got to get that really, really thin. The other option, the way the scored is just throw a soft weight, try to roll over here somewhere, and make Brad's last shot tougher. You don't want to be a hero here and buzz right by.
Because then this is just kill it. We've seen the spawn. This will be straight.
This is one where, as the thrower, you want to let go hitting a piece of this and just hope the sweeper can hold it. And if they can't, it's okay.
Have to throw this a little safe.
Yeah, I agree.
So just normal.
Just normal?
Yeah.
So Colton will be ready to
Sounds good,
sweep
Mike.
this one.
And again, I think hearing that word normal rather than just overpowering it, right?
Yes, that's important.
It's a more controllable weight, do you think? And
yeah, whatever you do, you've got to make noise on this top rock. You know, I don't care if he hits it dead on.
Reese ready to go. Final stone for Saskatchewan and McEwen.
Good.
Easy,
no!
Whoa.
Again, that elastic band is really tight on Flash.
Whoa.
Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go. Let it go. One and across and by. So it'll be a draw for 2.
I didn't want you to back it up.
I don't think I could back it up in that spot.
I really like hitting and rolling there.
so?
It would be a little easier in the nerves.
I know.
You never know. Brad might not be able to get out and stay.
I wanted it.
Yeah, I know you wanted it.
Some great rock positioning. Mark down back 12-ish. Really good spots.
Should be nice. I got like top 4. Didn't feel heavy to me. Top 4.
Look at Harnden leaning on it. Showing the button. And they'll show him the top for sure. Look at that. That's the first conversion. 2 points with the hammer for Gushue, and it comes in 9. Saturday night, Montana's Brier. Our opening Saturday night, day 2. And here we go to the 10th. And Saskatchewan trying to win 2 in a row out of the gate. Have the last straw, playing the Redstones and up by a couple on Brad Gushue.
Good way.
It looks like it was an overthrow, but it really wasn't. You could hardly see any of that. It had to travel that yellow long way, so he had to throw that type of weight to kick that out of there.
Take any off of that?
Yeah. Half.
You often see in this situation with a team that's 2 down without can actually sit 3, usually wide open by the end of the end.
Hard, Mark.
Hard.
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 Hard. Keep going.
Hard.
Keep going.
Hard.
Keep going. Keep going.
Hard.
Keep going.
Hard.
Keep going.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
How about out there in the newer stuff?
7-7. And it's PEI in Nova Scotia.
And it's about to be blown open with an opportunity here for 4 for Tyler Smith. 2 runbacks Matthew Manuel tried. Only got 1 on the first one and wasn't able to remove any on the second. So looking for full 12.
Easy line.
Ed.
It's Ed.
Ed. Hard, Ed.
Keep going, Ed. You got to move it a bit.
Hard, Ed. You want to go this
All right,
way?
you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Sorry.
4 it is.
It's good.
Yeah.
Both teams trying to win their first.
He has played so very well.
Well, Kim Kelly on the bench for coaching Nova Scotia said this morning, I bumped in during the parking lot. She said, that Tyler Smith, we play him a lot down east in the Maritimes, and he is a shooter.
It's not past it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Seeing that again firsthand tonight.
Nearly beat McEwen, draw 1.
No. It's Peel. I like the
Nah,
high
then
one.
he's here.
Feel the guard. Yeah. Feel the guard, yeah.
Kevin Marsh.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Clean, but
Clean. Good.
tough.
Pretty high.
Okay.
Guard the inside of that high one, so there's no double.
Yeah.
Hurry up offense here.
Mark Kennedy down at 122, 121 as he crossed the
Halfway.
T-line.
Hey, line's good.
They've already
Don't
used
want
their
it too
one
deep,
timeout.
guys. It's halfway. Whoa, that's max.
In between the logos. In between the logos.
Clean. Whoa, whoa. Let it stop. Let
Right
it
in
stop.
between.
Let it stop. Sit. Let it stop. Let me give an angle. Okay.
Like this, sir?
So just peeling. In?
Yeah.
Clean.
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 Clean. Clean.
Nice.
And won't stuff it on
Go
that
flash.
side.
Oh boy.
So you can see the way it's going. There's a still a chance that Brad Gushue can sit 3 at the end of all this.
I think
Stranger things have happened.
I think you want to guard this, like a lot of it.
Yeah, you heard Saskatchewan talk
Same
about
gap.
maybe hitting shot rock and rolling away, but then that leaves a double guard situation for Canada to come around. So
yeah,
McEwen would rather look at 3 in the rings.
Wide open, yeah.
Have it wide open.
Yeah.
A little higher. Line's good.
To remember too, Mike had a draw
Room.
in the 8th end. It was for 1, so he has a good reference draw late in the game, and I often see the teams talk right before this end gets played. Okay, if I can see that draw path again, and they have it open for them right now if they ever needed it.
Reminds me of their coach and Pat Simmons. He said, "Leave me the intern draw." That's how he won the Brier.
Doubt you'd ever see him draw against the loss.
No. Something's going to be open here for sure.
Colton Flash.
Clean.
Oh.
Clean.
Clean.
7-5, Saskatchewan leads it over the defending champions. Really, you just have to look at the numbers of the two skips. It's been an off game for Gushue, and really at times a game where the team seemed a little unsettled, not quite sure of draw weight. But McEwen is certainly on his game tonight in all areas. The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
A little extra there. Back 8. Hold it.
I think you want to be back 4.
On its own. Line's good. Back 8's okay, guys. Clean it. It's close. We're
Keep
still
an eye
there,
on
though.
this, see if it slows down at all. Once it crosses the center, it's right where the right-handers slide out.
14-1.
I haven't seen any rock slow down yet.
Yeah, curl a bit. Go ahead. Yeah, 3 here.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Nice spot.
He yelled back 8 out of his hand. What a nice surface.
Run back.
Not even.
He's been very sharp.
Knows it. This board. Knows it.
Mike McEwen.
Knows, even roll a hair wide.
Very comfortable here. Comfortable with this team. Of course, he's on the bench. He's got his former teammate of a year ago when he played in Ontario, Brent Lang.
Kind of wait that board.
I thought they might take on the top double. I don't think there's a port there.
Similar spots where I threw that out.
I got you.
Yep.
That's nice. 2 consistent games.
It's good.
That's clean.
It's good.
Clean only.
Easy.
Whoa.
That's good.
Curl.
Clean.
It's good, Kev. Clean.
Clean.
Yep.
It's going to come here. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Clean.
Nice soft weight.
Right to it.
And to it.
And roll out.
And we have another final, and it's a win for PEI. At 4-9, blew it open. 11-7. So PEI goes to 1-1, and Matt Manuel out of Halifax drops his first 2.
I think they're trying to roll to the right-hand side of the screen out into the 12-foot. Hope for a rollout on Mike's last.
They didn't discuss the double, did they? Maybe they thought there was a port.
Clean.
Yep. Clean.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yes.
Hard.
Roll, Jeff.
Whoa. No roll.
Roll it.
That's good. Whoa.
Okay.
Good.
So he sits 3.
Made him shooting a 3.
That's what often happens.
Baby board.
Make something go away.
Give this a good clean. Yep.
Skip's preference, whether you want in turn, out turn. He might know this shot better, but it's right down the line. If you ever poke it outside the line, sometimes he won his game last night with a soft weight hit, like he just threw a minute ago. So
you'll use that softer weight because you can get the sweeper to either hold it straight or even get it to curl a bit.
And what does he do going forward here? A little inside roll is what he needs, of course. And what do you do?
It's time. Yeah, lots of time.
His wife Dawn is there, and daughter Vienna. Mike McEwen.
Okay, we're forward. Forward. Clean. Yep. Clean. Forward. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. It's good. Clean.
Just clean.
Clean.
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
There we go. There it is. Makes one go away. And he'll win 2 out of the gate. McEwen make the final 7-6 as Gushue drops to 1-1 on the first 2 days. Yeah, we love Mike. Boy, they'll love him. More and more as he really does thrive in the spotlight. 2 straight wins. Could it be a win?
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
It's going to be amazing to skip in a hometown Brier. Like, it doesn't happen too often. I couldn't be more thankful. I'm excited. There's going to be tons of friends and family, and I have so many people that watch and follow and cheer, and it's just going to be super special to be here in front of them.
At this point now, I've been lucky enough to play in every single game that you can play in at this event, so there's really no surprises at this point. We're still a very confident group, super happy to be here. Our entire season's been dedicated to this event.
So 2 teams trying to shake off opening draw losses, including Dunstone, last year's runner-up. Kathleen Schneider, whose home is just outside of Regina, now skipping the team from Victoria. That's the game Kathy and Brian will have for you tomorrow, Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. He looks very sharp, really sharp. The defending champion maybe a little off his game on this Saturday night. But 2 straight wins for Saskatchewan have them thinking, could it be the first time since 1980? Still a long way to go. Here, the Montana's Brier, and all of it on Canada's sports leader, TSN.